Yes, 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 sir. Sixth element of hip hop. This is the Memorial Day cookout. We just kicking it, chilling today. Uh Man, I just felt inspired. How y'all doing today, man? Shout out to my people in the building. I know already we got Corey Adger and Slade in the house. Stu Dog is in Delaware. What the fuck is in Delaware? Anyway, Stu Dog will be in here in a moment. Well, at some point. Had to take my dailies. Started taking all kind of vitamins and whatnot. Yes, yes, Corey. Happy Memorial Day. The Sixth Element crew salutes you as always, man. And yeah, man, we just hanging out today, man. We got a cool little lineup of items to discuss. I don't really know where to start because there's a lot of stuff we can get into. Because like I said, we're just kicking, man. We're just laying back. This is not even really officially our show today. By the way, the show is Wednesday. It is Saturday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That is the show. This just you're lucky today. You got to pop up. I was feeling inspired. Why? What inspired me? Good question. We're gonna watch it together. Many people know that my favorite MC is Ghostface. Ghostface Killah is my favorite MC. No, I'm not going to sit up here and argue that he's the best lyricist of all time. I don't care if you think he's the best rapper of all time. I don't think he's the best rapper of all time. He's just my favorite. You understand? He's my favorite. Doesn't mean he's the best. Just my favorite. But yeah, he did a dope interview. He's got a new book out. Just dropped a new album. We talked about the album the other day. Now he's got his book, Rise of a Killa, My Life in the Wu-Tang. And this comes like right after recently, I guess this may have been like a year now. Raekwon did his book, Staircase to Stage. It was called. Dope title. Phenomenal book. About to read this one again, this Rise of Ghostface. It was great. I listened to the audio book, so we'll chop that up today. Little review on that. But no, today I saw this interview with Ghost, and it just made me think, like, man, you know what? I want to watch this with the boys, man. So that's it, man. We just gonna watch the interview. Hopefully, YouTube won't fuck us up. But yeah, there's some other shit. Furiosa, did you guys see this? Bombed in the theaters, and honestly, it wasn't like a bad movie. It was just I don't know, man. The theaters, I think, are not the place anymore. At least Hollywood has sort of fucked that up by, putting shit go straight to streaming like weeks after the release in the theater. What do they expect? Furiosa, though, was a decent movie, in my opinion, though. And like Stu Dog says all the time, like, there's guy stuff and there's girl stuff. When you take guy stuff and you try to make it girl stuff, you fall flat because the girls don't care. It's not their stuff. They don't give a shit about Mad Max. We do. So why alienate your fan base? I don't get Hollywood's strategy of late. They fucked up Star Wars and Marvel and everything else because they want to like take these traditionally guy stuff properties and appeal to women with them. And it's like, that's cool. Like I want my girlfriend or my wife or whoever to be able to come and enjoy the thing with me. But you're not going to get her to care as much as I do. That's what I think, that you're not going to get the women to give a shit as much as the guys do about these certain type of things. You know, when we grew up, it was like G.I. Joe was for boys, Barbie was for girls, and there was a fucking reason for that. They weren't being misogynist. It's because girls don't give a shit about army men, and boys don't give a fuck about dollhouses. It's simple, man. But then, they'll take Mad Max. Let's eliminate Mad Max and just make it Furiosa. The girls don't care enough. That's why it bombed in the theater, because it's a good movie. Now, if you would have put the protagonist had been a male, and again, man, watch out. I'm not saying that this. I'm not like, oh, women are bad. No. Like female protagonists are cool, man, awesome. But when you take a traditionally guy franchise and try to feminize it because you're trying to bring in the women fans, well, it's going to backfire every time. You can bring in the women fans. What you do is you bring in a female. This is what Star Wars was already doing. They already had Princess Leia wielding a pistol and talking shit, so that the girls could dig that while the guys watching their thing, right? So, you can. Furiosa was great in the first movie. She was accompanying Mad Max or whoever. What's his name? God damn it. Was playing at the can't think of his name. She was there. That was cool. Like that's cool. But yeah, I don't know, man. Furiosa didn't work out. Hemsworth played a cool villain. I thought he was funny. It was pretty funny. The fake nose looked really fake. I guess that was kind of the point, but maybe that didn't land with some people. Yeah, they set a new franchise record. The Rotten Tomatoes score for Mad Max movies with over 500 verified audience ratings. Furiosa Mad Max Saga currently holds an impressive 91% audience score on Rotten Tomatoes, making the film the highest ever rated Mad Max movie on Rotten Tomatoes. For context, most recent franchise entry before Furiosa 2015 Mad Max Fury Road, a critical hit that garnered awards, has an 86% audience rating. Furiosa debuted and still holds an 89% critics score. But what are you talking about? So yeah, sorry about that. But so bombed in the theater, did good on Rotten Tomatoes. Who knows? It could be nothing to do with the movie and the female lead and all that shit I just said. Could have been all out of the side of my neck and have nothing to do with it. It could just be because shit goes to streaming so fast, and hold on. Shit goes to streaming so quickly, and movie tickets are so ridiculously expensive now, and everything else at the theater. People just, why bother? So maybe that's all it is. The synopsis for the movie, if you haven't seen it, as the world fell, young Furiosa is snatched from the green place of many mothers and falls into the hands of the great biker horde led by the warlord Dementis. Sweeping through the wasteland, they come across the citadel presided over by the Immortan Joe. While the two tyrants war for dominance, Furiosa must survive many trials as she puts together the means to find her way home. This is not like people are raving about the movie. It's not monumental. It's nothing special. It's it's a great action flick. Definitely brings the fucking action. Definitely brings the stunts. Some really great road war shit, which is typical of Mad Max. It's what we want. It's what we look for in a Mad Max movie, and they definitely bring it with the tricked out machines and shit like that. I think Mad Max is always cool for always bringing a new or a couple new crazy machines, and these are like real machines that some guy there's some guy that like makes this shit, like, hot rods and crazy, 3-story, trucks and just all kind of crazy, whatever you can imagine, welding shit onto shit. And then there's some beautiful shit, like the beautifully sculpted tanker, the metal chrome tanker. That shit was tricked out. Like, they really visually stunning, right? Visually stunning. The movie blows you away visually. It's a movie theater movie. This is one of those. See, this is people. A lot of people don't get this. I find there's movies that are meant for the theater. There's movies that are just better in the theater. And there's movies that it doesn't fucking matter if you saw it in the theater or on your goddamn iPhone. Some of them don't matter. If it's a character piece, if it's a drama, whatever. If it's got big special effects or big, explosions and craziness and action and all that stuff, great sci-fi, great effects, this is what a theater's for. That giant screen, the booming sound all around you, and that whole vibe, that whole environment, and just, forget about it. If it's IMAX, it's crazy. It's a different experience. This movie, I would recommend experiencing in a theater, but it bombed at the theater. Initially projected to have a 40 million debut weekend, is now expected to gross no more than $35 million. For the soft opening, and that's, trust me, they spent hundreds of millions, on this film. I don't know how much they spent on it, but somebody can find that. But yeah, it's considered a bomb. So, oh well, right? It is what it is. We'll see what happens with the next female swapped protagonist movie. Maybe they'll stick the landing eventually. Oh shit. What else is coming out? Beetlejuice. We just talked about Beetlejuice the other day. This is going to be another play the hits nostalgia grab. I'm not at all excited about it. I think it's going to suck, to be honest. Judging by that trailer, dude, it's it's just like, looks like it's shot with a video camera, but doesn't look like it's not like a found footage thing either, where it's supposed to be filmed with a video camera. So it's, I don't know. These guys were just like made a movie on their lunch break or something. I don't know. We haven't really seen the actual trailer though, the whole trailer. Hold on, let me throw it up. Throw it up. Throw it up. I can't see you. Throw it up. Throw it up. I can't see you. All right. I am going to speed it up just a little bit so as to not copyright. I don't know, dude. Don't ask me why some channels can show trailers and others can't. I don't know.
Be warned. It's intense. Grandpa's dead. Death is hard. Yeah, sometimes I think life is harder. When I was a teenager, dirt demon terrorized our entire family and tried to force me to marry him.
Put it like this. I think it's going to be kind of funny, but it's not gonna reach the event that the original was. Movies just, I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on. I hate to say it, but movies like movies are just not as good anymore. And I'm not that old guy. Like, they don't make them like they used to. No, like, they're really just not that good anymore. They don't, because first of all, you got to film a film in film. Guys, use film. Okay, I know it's expensive, but there's a reason that it looks better, or there's a reason it's expensive. It looks better.
This in the attic. This Beetlejuice. Say that name, Beetlejuice. The juice is loose. I'm gonna be so happy.
Are y'all catching it? Like I'm catching it? Like it's cringy bad.
I'm gonna make you so happy.
I think it's gonna be funny, but yeah, I don't know.
Exist. That's what we're here to find out.
Yeah, if people are gonna expecting it to be like the original, they're gonna be sorely mistaken or whatever, disappointed. It's not gonna be anything like the original.
Feel free to express yourselves. Don't be afraid. You're a figment of my imagination. Is this a figment of your imagination?
Could be wildly funny, man. I mean, it looks like it could be funny, but definitely not. Definitely not living up to the old one. But hey, that's what it's doing. That's what it is. It's a nostalgia grab. That's all they're after. Catherine O'Hara is Delia Dietz, the mom. She's teased a little twist that would fulfill a hope from the 1988 original movie, because she was she was the stepmother, Lydia's stepmother, and Beetlejuice 2 already confirmed Charles's death. With we see that the pops died. He was like a pedo too. Like he ended up being like a pedophile or something. The actor. Yeah, look it up. But yeah, Delia will still be, a pivotal figure in the sequel. The mom, the stepmom, which it'll have the three generations of the Dietz women. The Jenna Ortega will be, of course, the daughter, and I guess has a Latino father, which we won't meet. I don't know if the dad's going to be around. Winona's baby daddy. But in the original, Delia was preoccupied with her art. She was an art. I don't know if she was like a gallery owner or if she was just a pretentious rich person who collected shit. But the Maitland home renovating was all like it was like an art project, the house itself and all that. But agreeing to cash in on the notion that their home could be haunted, Delia allowed this guy Otho to come and summon the ghosts of Adam and Barbara, the original inhabitants of the house. And the sequence was the first time anybody besides Lydia had encountered the spirits and the beings from the netherworld. But Beetlejuice 2 update has proven that it wasn't the last time for Delia, that she had continued to fuck around with the other side. And since Delia was trapped within her art sculpture, she couldn't stop Beetlejuice's attempt at marrying Lydia. And then the Maitlands saved the day. Beetlejuice was banished back to the netherworld, and ending any chance of Delia interacting with Beetlejuice himself or the odd figures from the afterlife. And that's going to change in the sequel. Of course, Beetlejuice 2's trailer promises that Delia will find herself in the netherworld on the waiting room couch, for whatever reason. Based on Delia's eccentric nature, the original movie missed an opportunity to see more of her interacting with Beetlejuice. I think it would have been fun to witness her, full reaction to him and his, demeanor, his crude way, since she never seemed like the kind of person who would put up with that kind of shit. Very, very no nonsense. So I think it would have been a funny dynamic. Little missed opportunity there. And seeing Delia encounters Beetlejuice directly in the sequel and ends up in the netherworld waiting room. the wish for O'Hara's character to finally be immersed in some more of the bizarre aspects of the Beetlejuice franchise are finally here, coming true. So yeah, you know, one worrying aspect regarding Delia and Beetlejuice 2 is the subtle detail involving a close-up of the character we saw while she's in the waiting room. There's bloody marks that you can see on her neck, like some kind of bite, and that wound could have killed her. Maybe she's dead. Maybe she's dead. That's why she's in the afterlife. Maybe this neck injury killed her. So yeah, and it would be odd for Beetlejuice 2 to kill off both Charles and Delia in the same movie, but it would also be weird to not show Charles in the afterlife if he's dead. So the actor still kind of wouldn't need it to be, maybe not the best. Him dying was not the best way to get rid of that actor. If that's what was their intention, they could have just had him divorce her and move away or something. Because him dying, we got to see him in the afterlife. So I don't know how they're going to deal with that, but maybe he'll have a no head or something. But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what they do with those. No chats. Yeah, the X-Men cartoon that we've all been loving has been stirring up nostalgia for the old animated series, and the cameo for Spider-Man and the Spider-Man animated series has given us a lot of little hints, a lot of little teases that they will be doing a sequel to Spider-Man the animated series in the same way X-Men 97 did. And as 2024 marked the return of X-Men the animated series in the form of 97, it also opened the door for a whole era of Marvel animation, with several animated shows existing in that same continuity. That Disney Plus already made it clear that they're not afraid of leaning into those with the cameos. And in an exclusive interview with one of the X-Men heads of TV studios, streaming, Brad Winderbaum, he was asked about the hype surrounding the return of Spider-Man the animated series within the X-Men sequel. And following the reveal that Peter Parker had found Mary Jane Watson after the Spider-Man animated series sequel, season 5, because that whole bunch of cliffhangers, whole bunch of unanswered stuff that they would have to tie up. And when Winderbaum was asked what the chances were for Spider-Man 98 to happen, and he shared the following quote. He said, it's amazing to see them back on the screen together. I wish we could tell that whole adventure with Madam Web and figure out how exactly he did it. Maybe one day, as we as fanboys could certainly dream. He said, there's always potential, right? He said, I don't want to close the door on anything, but I think for now, the reason for the foreseeable future, X-Men 97 will own the 90s, and how much we bring in guest stars or tell stories from other Marvel characters from that era is to be determined. But it will be seen through the lens of the X-Men. So he kind of saying like that they're not planning to do the Spider-Man show, but that they will be taking aspects from the Spider-Man show and characters and bringing them in through the X-Men show. So not really what we want to hear, but not terrible news, per se, because I'd love to see Spidey pop into the 97 show more, because Spidey interacting with the X-Men is always cool. But time will tell if the animated series itself, the Spider-Man animated series, will ever get that sequel. But there are a lot of reasons why Marvel Studios should invest in I think, in doing it. Even though there have been a lot of, animated Spider-Man adaptations in the last couple of years, in my opinion, none of them were anywhere near as good, but maybe it's because I was a kid at the time. But it definitely remains one of the more memorable of the Spider-Man shows. Definitely, in my opinion, has the most iconic stuff, moments and whatnot. As it had a 5-season run and adapted several of the comic stories, And that's why I think it was so good. That's why I think X-Men was so good. I think when you put the animated series at the end of the title, you're giving the impression that we're going to be taking comic book stories and animating them. And that's beautiful. That's what we want. That's actually what makes sense. Because comic book writers are just better at their craft. Well, I'm not gonna say that. They're not better at their craft. I'll say I prefer their craft to the cartoon screenplay, right? The way cartoons are written versus the way comics are written. I think comic stories are better. They're more dramatic, they're more in depth, they're more immersive, there's just more to them. Characters are better, everything. And so when you take comic book stories and adapt them into animation, uh, you have something more akin to anime, because anime is adapted manga. It's adapted comics, basically. The way anime works is you have a novel, then that shit gets popular, then they make a manga out of it, then that shit gets popular, and then they make a manga show out of it, or a anime show out of it. Fuck, I'm talking about. And some of the best episodes of Spider-Man the Animated Series will still hold up to this day. And the show impacted how storytellers explore Spider-Man and in the comics since then. And the idea of the Spider-Verse really got its foundation through that series as well. I mean, not the young Madam Web from the movie. I don't even know what that is, but the real Madam Web and all that, the Spider-Verse, Peter encountering his own variants from other realities. All that happens there. And the animated series is not only one of the best takes on Peter Parker, but also some of the most solid incarnations, of his supporting characters and villains, obviously. Even though it doesn't sound like this show's happening in the immediate future, it is clear that Marvel Studios is aware of the hype surrounding the potential of a series revival. So they may fully explore the idea once they've broadened out X-Men 97 after a couple seasons, and let that, but for now, we'll have to just be suffice with Spider-Man in the X-Men show. Yeah. Yeah, it's not. I mean, Marvel should have entered, because it is surprising that Marvel's put itself in this situation, because they're usually very good at catering to the fans, and it's not like Spider-Man the Animated Series was a complete show and Marvel had no reason to anticipate fans would want to get a sequel series. It didn't finish. Like, it was kind of, the original cartoon infamously ends on a cliffhanger with multiple storylines not wrapped up. And so it would have made a perfect sense to at least, plan to give it one more season, in the form of, and you wouldn't even have to, it doesn't even have to be a big revival of the series. It could just be one more season to wrap it up, that would be super dope. Super, super, super happy with that. Marshall Warpath, salute. The but it had some dope moments, man. And just like X-Men, I think would translate perfectly to today's audience. This really seems like something that Marvel should have anticipated. If they knew X-Men the Animated Series was popular enough to warrant a sequel series. Now, no, Spider-Man was not as revered or renowned or popular or beloved as X-Men the Animated Series. So I get that they didn't just immediately roll out with Spider-Man the Animated Series. But now that the immense success of X-Men the Animated Series is so obvious, it seems like a no-brainer to go with a Spider-Man animated series. But yeah, apparently they're not they weren't thinking of that. But yeah, X-Men 97 got approved for a second season so like immediately, and Marvel definitely seems to want to give fans what they want now, but they're left in this awkward position. One scenario is that Marvel can forge ahead with only doing the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man cartoon, and I think that's why they want to focus on this other cartoon, which I don't have any faith in at all. Marvel animation never good. Uh, you know, unless they're adapting comics. When they make up their own shit, I'm not a fan. I'm not gonna say it sucks. I know there's a lot of fans out there. I'm not a fan. It's not for me. But yeah, um, just accept that they're going to be influenced with constant comments and inundated with constant, people are, wanting the continuation of that 90s cartoon. Now that we've seen how great it is to have that happen with X-Men, bro, people want that. They want it again. They want more. And Spider-Man, the animated series, is definitely the way to go. The other option is that Marvel can additionally launch a continuation of the show, but then Marvel's effectively competing against itself and risks splitting the audiences between the two shows. They don't have to do that if they don't want to. They can, there's other ways around that. Like I said before, was just doing a single season to sort of tie up loose ends and whatnot. I mean, so many great villains, iconic shit, like that Venom with the red and blue. Is like he's like a red on one half, blue on the other half, the outline. That was just, I don't know, that just stuck with me, man. I really like dig that version of the character. And Green Goblin, the green and the purple in this version just really pop, just really bright and really vibrant. Hobgoblin, one of my favorite Spider-Man villains. Yeah, and I got the green. There's a couple action figures to these too. They got the Green Goblin and Mary Jane. I got that one. I got the Hobgoblin. I would love to get that Venom. I got a black suit Spidey. It's another thing, man. Black suit Spidey in there. Come on, dude. This show was great. It was really great. It was really underrated. But it definitely seems like Marvel has further plans for their 90s era's cartoons of some sort. But judging by all the cameos that they're putting in X-Men 97, I thought for sure this is foreshadowing for more series. It only makes sense, but they could just have been doing fan service. But I don't know. I hear what they're saying, that they're not making, they don't have plans for that, but keep just keep your eye open, because I think maybe in a year or two, but at some point they're going to get to it. Maybe at the end of X-Men, maybe they'll talk about it in a couple. But it's not unheard of for there to be multiple Spider-Man projects going on at the same time either. So the fact that other show is out there is not a deal breaker by any means. We have the live action Tom Holland films still going, and the animated Spider-Verse films continue to be released. But live action movies and animated movies are different audiences a lot of times. So, but the Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man and a sequel to Spider-Man the Animated Series running at the same time could be oversaturating Marvel's animated market when they're just getting started with it or restarted. But an oversaturation has been a common criticism about their live action stuff. So to the point they officially announced that they're cutting back on their releases. You don't have to cut back, just start making good ones again. There's a novel fucking idea. But what will they do? It's a conundrum that it has no easy answer, but I think Marvel has to find a solution. Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is already seeing feedback of fans being disappointed that it's not the Spider-Man they want. And dude, they constantly try to reinvent stuff and make these new versions and shit. Bro, just give the people the goddamn version that that made it famous. There's a reason that people like it, and what are you gonna do? Marvel basically has to do a sequel to this animated series if they're gonna if they're gonna have satisfied fans at this point. But yeah, it's gonna kill the Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man series. But so what? Nobody likes it. So don't use that as your excuse. Seems like a cop out. Let me get some of these off here. Lydia, oh Lydia, Lydia, oh Lydia, Lydia, oh Lydia. Before we get into the Ghostface, eventually I'm gonna put on this Ghostface interview and just kick it. But you know, I gotta get my news off. But yeah, there's a new Rakim album coming. Yes, yes, they're also talking about finally releasing that Silver Rings Wu-Tang album that I think is probably gonna be borderline trash. Uh, According to all the members who said they had nothing to do with the project, didn't even know what it was, and said that it sucked and it was not even produced by RZA. And fuck it, I don't care. So the new Fantastic Four movie, couple of casting rumors out there. Cillian Murphy, the guy that plays Oppenheimer, and Giancarlo Esposito, who you know who that is. Also Galactus, they've casted the voice actor for Galactus, which I think is fucking perfect. The guy that they picked, really really good choice. And but all that said, Fantastic Four, the movie, is flipping 63 years of Marvel Comics history in their new theory. Speculation is high over Natasha Lyonne potentially playing a gender flipped Doctor Doom in the MCU. In the MCU. Yes. No. Oh, no. Yeah. Female Silver Surfer? Why not? Female Doctor Doom. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, this is true. Doctor Doom's history of being a male for 63 years in Marvel Comics may clash with a possible gender swap in this upcoming movie. Unconfirmed actors, including Leone, have intrigued prospective roles that could either, stick to comic lore or introduce surprising changes. But yeah, after 63 years, I'll say it again, of established Marvel Comics history, one theory about the Fantastic Four movie changes everything since the movie's announcement. Casting decisions for the adaptation of the iconic team already had people like, what? Who? Off top, and that's before the gender swapping. And this began with the main cast. The promotional image was released on Valentine's Day. Who actors playing who? And what was what? But speculation over which characters the three actors with undisclosed roles will be portraying has been ramping up. And Fantastic Four story details have yet to emerge. So theories about the plot of the movie have mostly derived from clues, within the images, from the images. But there's not been, there has been no official announcement as of yet of his involvement. But many have presumed that Doctor Doom will make an appearance due to his close link to the team, obviously. And this leaves, to be seen who's playing Doctor Doom. And we already know who the cast is. So you've got Pedro Pascal as Mr. Fantastic. Already, why? Pedro Pascal is he's popular right now. He's hot right now in the industry. Mandalorian. He's all, but dude, that doesn't mean he's fit for every role. I don't see it. But let's move on. Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman. God damn it. Today ain't the show. We're just chilling. Vanessa Kirby, Invisible Woman. Joseph Quinn as Human Torch. Eben Moss Backrack as the Thing. That's the only one that I think actually is kind of cool. But then Julia Garner as Silver Surfer. Shalabal. And then I'm not going to say who's playing Galactus yet. If you know, Paul Walter Hauser, we don't know who he's playing. John Malkovich, we don't know who he's playing, and Natasha Lyonne, we don't know who he's playing. I hope John Malkovich is not Doctor Doom. Uh, that said, Natasha Lyonne, I swear to God, I'll quit. I will quit Marvel. She is on the cast. I hope that she's playing Herbie or something. That'd be fine. Um, you know, first of all, look up who Natasha Lyonne is. You might recognize her from American Pie movies. She also recently had a show called Russian Doll that was pretty funny, but um person who made Russian Doll is actually making the Star Wars show The Acolyte, so that gives you, you know. But yeah, the lack of confirmed actor for Doctor Doom, leaving that particular door wide open, has a lot of people actually theorizing that Natasha Lyonne, as a woman, would play a female version of Victoria Von Doom or something like that. Don't put it past them. That'll be your first mistake. Don't put it past them. Don't put it past them. Angelo, salute. Don't put it past them, dog. They'll do it. They fucking will. You know, news that Julia Garner was playing Silver Surfer was met with a lot of pushback. Obviously, it's Norrin Rad here. Shalabal is Norrin Rad's wife in the comics, and even there was a multiversal, what if type of thing, Earth X, where Silver Surfer's wife joined him as a female Silver Surfer team, a twin duo kind of thing. And that was the only time there was a female version of the Surfer. And that was the only time Shalabal was the female Silver Surfer. So we hope that is the way they're going to be doing it with the two of them. If they don't have a male, if they don't have Norrin Rad, they can expect this to be another bomb. Because like I said before, it's not the problem is you're trying to feminize these traditionally guy stuff things, and your reason for doing that is to broaden the audience, I guess, and bring female audience in. But the way you do that is by adding a female character to the roster, not subtracting the male and replacing it with a female, or emasculating the males or making them all look buffoonish or weak, to bring in the female. You don't have to do that. Marvel already had great female characters. You don't have to do that. A lot of women comic fans. We've had a lot of them on our show. A lot of female comic fans before all this MCU bullshit. Like I said, it's not the women. The women are not going to care as much, so you're not going to get the type of ticket sale, box. You're not going to get what you want by going that route, because they don't care about this shit like we do. So you're targeting the wrong people, man. But I hope that they learn this and figure this out soon, because bringing Shalabal, a female Silver Surfer, into the mix alongside Norrin Rad, cool, fine, yes, do that, and then that way, the wives and girlfriends of the fans can dig it. Because honestly, the female fans of comics and stuff, they're perfectly fine with the male characters and the female. They don't need the male characters to be gender swapped for them to like it. That's not what they already like the comics. So this whole philosophy makes no sense. But they'll, maybe they'll figure it out before they run the entire industry into the dirt. And that's the only fear, is that they're going to destroy the superhero industry before they figure out, why. As for Doom, though, as for who should play Doctor Doom, or who, a couple of, castings that at least make sense. I think Cillian Murphy, would make the perfect Victor Von Doom. He's the guy that played Oppenheimer. Um, he's got a fan a fan like a fanfic. What do you call it? I don't know, like fan art, of him as Doctor Doom. The art's not great, but the idea is there. Um, I don't know if he's in talks, or if they have, if there's ever been any hinting of this, but definitely some fans thought it would be a good idea. A lot of fans, actually. A lot of yeah, a lot of support for this fan casting. They really like him. The other guy is Giancarlo Esposito. He's actually hinted about it. Well, about being in the MCU, I should say. Um Recently he's revealed that he's joining the MCU in a mystery role. Um a rumor cropped up just yesterday, claiming that he'll star in a Disney Plus TV series, and the actor himself has now confirmed that that is indeed the case. So, what did he say exactly? He said, "The MCU has knocked on my door, and it's a role you won't predict." He's told fans during a recent convention appearance. He said, "It will be teased, and there will be a series afterwards." I'm excited. I'm a big fan of Giancarlo Esposito. I've met the dude. He's really cool. Um, so yeah, I've definitely am down with that. Whoever he's gonna play, I don't care if he's gonna play Professor X, if he's gonna play Doctor Doom. Um, I don't care. You know, race swapping is nowhere near as significant an issue, or even really an issue at all, as gender swapping. I mean, gender swapping, that's a different. You've changed the character fundamentally. God damn it. Changing the fucking skin color of the character doesn't really change anything much at all, but the gender, that changes too much, in my opinion, and I obviously in many people's opinion. Uh, yeah, the Black Professor X, he's just Professor X, but yeah, he would be black. And I think Latino, Esposito, Giancarlo Esposito. That's a Latino ass name. I think he's part Latino. Um, I think he's mixed, like half Latino. But yeah, I think it's a good idea. I mean, I'm not mad at it at all. Considering the other shit that they've recently been doing, that shit doesn't bother me at all. But he is talking about being teased before a TV show follows. It's hard to shake the feeling that Marvel Studios has found its doom, and Marvel Studios is believed to have at least considered the possibility of making him the Multiversus Saga's new big bad. Um, and the only reason it's that more than Professor X now is because it's more of a villain that they're talking about for him. So someone mentioned that Giancarlo would be an excellent Doctor Doom in the Fantastic Four film, and Giancarlo talks about talking it into existence and making yourself believe in it. Hmm. Yeah. Marvel Studios has announced that they have announced the cast for Fantastic Four already. So, you know, we know. Oh, so Galactus, he's half Italian. Oh wow. He mentioned that He mentioned it in the new Fiat car commercial with Spike Lee. He's half Italian. Oh, okay. My paisano. Yeah, I'm half Italian too. Let's see. Okay, so this guy, the coming of Galactus. Um, I can't do this guy's voice because it's a voice that you have to have his vocal cords to do. But yeah, that dude's voice is fucking like 7 octaves below fucking baritone or whatever. He he will make a dope Galactus voice. It doesn't matter with Galactus. It doesn't matter who plays it, like how they look. It doesn't matter because he'll be a computer generated image. Even his little face part that you see in the mask that could easily just be created with a graphic. White eyes, a real basic face, and it would look super dope. I cannot wait to see Galactus or Galantis. But yeah, I cannot wait because I think obviously we got shafted with the first movie with the Silver Surfer, Fantastic Four with the big puff of smoke that was supposed to be Galactus. Man, I just kept thinking his face was gonna come through that cloud, but it never did. And boy, was I pissed. Man, I was mad. But they're gonna we're gonna I think we're definitely gonna get a full on. I mean, the way the Celestials looked and all of that, you know how Galactus is gonna look now. Seeing the Celestials and everything is gonna be dope. Dope, 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 dope. Bum, bum, bum. Okay, I'm looking for this thing that Giancarlo said. He said, I love how all this happens. The fans come to me when I'm in line a lot of Comic Cons and started with Doctor Doom maybe over a year ago. And then the fans came and said that I should do Freeze. And then it was Magneto, and these fans are suggesting to me what might be appropriate for me to do. And then so last year people are coming and saying it's Professor X, and they asked me, would you like to do that? I said I'd love to be in the Marvel universe. And so all that got translated when fan casting started to blow up, and they'd like to see me play Professor X. That got so huge. It got so huge, I finally had to have my people call Marvel and explain that that this was a fan. This is a fan want, and we would love to work with you. And Marvel Studios isn't quite ready to get into that conversation, but when they are, I'm here. He said the truth of this story is about 4 years ago, I met with Louis D'Esposito, who is in the television unit of Marvel, and they had come to me to play possibly Loki on the television side. And so I did not do that part, and there were reasons for it. I think I wasn't the one who was chosen, and I wasn't the one who was chosen would be the honest truth. But would have liked to do it. And then I thought when I wasn't selected for that it would be great if I could be in a Marvel movie, not just a television show, because I like films a lot. I love television. Obviously, I had a great run in the television world. Doing the last year was 4 shows at one time, and the year before was 5 shows. Yeah, so he's done a lot of TV, but man, it confusing. When was he gonna play? How could he play Loki if he wasn't Loki in the movie? Maybe it was a Loki series that was before the movies. Man, were they actually gonna do a Loki show and not cast Hiddleston? Oh well. That didn't happen. Oh boy. Juggernaut is becoming a franchise uh, with his own family. Like the Hulk has his own family. Hulk has an entire roster of Hulks to make up his comics franchise, Marvel comic franchise. And it seems that the same thing is happening now with Juggernaut. Kane Marco is no longer the only Juggernaut in Marvel Comics. You got Kid Juggernaut, the Survivor, and J2 are also claiming the title. And the Juggernaut's recent inclusion on the official X-Men team makes this the perfect time to expand upon his Juggernaut family and allow the budding franchise to thrive just like Hulk's. Dude, he looks dope now with the all black. Yeah, Juggernaut's beast. That's him on the team now, with the black suit with the red X on it. It says Juggernaut is now officially an X-Man, and he will be featured on the main team in the Mutants' upcoming From the Ashes era. Just as the Hulk broke the mold of the original Mr. Hyde-like depiction to become a founding member of the Avengers, Juggernaut. Oh, yeah, just as the Hulk broke the mold of his original Mr. Hyde-like depiction to come to members, Juggernaut has put his life of villain behind him to fight for mutant kind on the X-Men. However, that's only the beginning of Juggernaut's similarities to Hulk, because just as there are many Hulks in the Marvel canon, now there's many Juggernauts. 2 Juggernauts have entered the universe: Justin Jin and the Survivor. Ain't that some shit? Marvel Voices 100. Readers are introduced to Justin Jin, aka Kid Juggernaut. Justin's origin lies within the Juggernaut that came before Kane Marco, a man named Jin Tycho. Tycho was Justin's grandfather, and despite the fact that Marco usurped him as Sidorak's avatar, the power of the Juggernaut remained in the Jin family bloodline. The gem passed from Tycho to his son, who then passed it down to Justin. Now, Justin Jin is the new Juggernaut by birthright, and it's only a matter of time before his paths cross with Kane Marco. Huh. In Death of Doctor Strange, The Avengers #1, readers are introduced to another Juggernaut, though his name is though one that is decidedly unique. Known only as the Survivor, the Juggernaut isn't someone with Sidorak's power bestowed upon them, but rather someone who was born in the Crimson Dimension and fathered by Sidorak himself. The Survivor is able to manipulate the infamous Crimson Bands, and with them, he can manifest an army of hollow Juggernaut soldiers, or even wear the armor herself. Herself? Oh, it's a female. The Survivor has yet to meet Kane Marco, but like Justin, it's only a matter of time. It's a female Juggernaut. And now is the perfect time for Marvel to reintroduce Juggernaut's forgotten son, J2. Zane Yama, aka J2, is the son of Kane Marco from Earth 982. Like Justin, inherited Juggernaut powers from his father. While Justin Jin and the Survivor currently exist on the same world as Kane Marco, J2 is an entirely different corner of the multiverse, but that can easily be remedied. Both Miles Morales, both Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen were once from another universe, but they crossed into Earth 616 when the time was right. And now, with Juggernaut growing in prominence alongside the rise of the Juggernauts in Marvel Comics, it's time J2 made a comeback. Well, did he make a comeback? Yeah. That's funny. Juggernaut, bitch. Oh man, no sir. Unfortunately not. They've kind of I don't know, man. They just stopped talking about it. honestly, I stopped bringing it into fruition as well because I really, at one time, really wanted Method Man to play Bishop in the MCU. I'd really love to see Bishop or Method Man playing Bishop in a movie. What's changed for me is I now do not want whoever's running the MCU at Marvel even making an X-Men movie. I don't want X-Men movies from the people who gave us the Eternals or the Marvels or any of the shit in between. That said, if they do, honestly, I almost hate for Method Man's Bishop to be in that bullshit because I think it's going to be bullshit. They already just blew the chance to have X-Men 97 comes out and they have all this success and they give us what we want and we're happy and we know that's the X-Men that we've been wanting. And they decidedly, purposely do not pick them to make the X-Men movie. So the people they've got making the X-Men movie is the same people who made Songbird, Songcatcher, Birdcatcher, some shit. The Hunger Games, the Hunger Games movie, the latest Hunger Game movie. That's who they got to make X-Men. So I don't know. I don't fucking care anymore about that. You know, I know it'll. You know, I know I'm still gonna watch the movie, whatever bullshit they make. But as far as it being that dope ass, you know, listen, if it was the same like kind of vibe or same kind of movie as like MCU Endgame and earlier than Endgame, like that MCU, yes, I've always wanted that MCU. I'd always wanted to see an X-Men version for in that world, in that MCU. But whatever happened after Endgame, I stopped wanting to see an X-Men in that world. X-Men is my favorite comic shit, and honestly, you know, I think the current regime will ruin it. I mean, they know you know that we all you know tolerated those Fox movies, and then they got the opportunity to bring in all these characters for the Deadpool movie, and they're bringing all the Fox people back. It's weird. And then they do the Kelsey Grammer, the fucking Frasier Beast. Like what? Didn't we express that this wasn't that we didn't like that shit? They don't care. They don't listen to us. They couldn't care less of what the comic book fans want. Not even a little bit. So, you know, we determined and decided a long time ago that the MCU was definitely not for comic fans. It was Marvel trying to make movies for, you know, average people with their characters. They weren't saying, "Oh, hey guys, hey, loyal comic fans, loyal fans that have kept us afloat for decades, you know, that have helped create these characters. We'd like to make some, you know, we're gonna make some movies for you." No, that is not what happened, and they made it very fucking clear that they couldn't give a flying fuck what we think. But X-Men is baby stuff. Punisher be taken out all you. Oh my god, yo, man, listen, Cable. Yeah, I know. I know. Cable is another one. I think like a Cable and Bishop movie would be crazy. Like I don't even it don't even have to be X-Men. Like let's just do a Cable and Bishop movie. That would be sick as fuck. Yo, Ghostface is my favorite MC. I'm gonna kind of illustrate some of the reasons why when we watch this little interview and shit. Let's just hop over. I'm ready to jump into it. Uh, real quick though, Rakim Allah is planning to release a new album later this summer, according to Corrupt and some other folks. That's happening. Talking about like tapping into some DMX and Nipsey Hussle. You know what I'm saying? Rakim is readying his first album in 15 years, and he will be joined by a host of fellow rap legends, past and present, alive and no longer alive. Making the announcement on Instagram, the project's A&R executive producer Matthew M80 Markov revealed the extensive guest list of artists, as well as the fact that the album, which is called God's Network Rebirth with a 7 instead of the E or the I in birth, will be released July 26th. So very soon here. The first single titled Rebirth, featuring Corrupt and my man Master Killa from the greatest group of all time, will arrive roughly 1 month before that, June 21st. So to get, a single drop, bust out early. So the all-star supporting cast in this Rakim fest of hip hop. Man, I'm so excited. Snoop, Meth, BG, Cool G Rap, Cannabis, Sky Zoo, King Crooked, Chino XL, 38 Spesh, Planet Asia, for the flavor, and as well as numerous, fallen soldiers such as DMX, Nipsey Hussle, Prodigy, Fred the Godson. So a very well-rounded project. East Coast, West Coast, Dirty South. Everybody is represented. I like that. And the not the producer, the producer, executive producer, said, when you hear the insanity we're cooking up for July 26th, you'll salute to just like God, the Rakim. You'll salute to just like the God, Rakim. I don't know what that means. But he added the first ever fully produced project plus featuring Rakim Allah. Again, I don't know what I don't know how he types. It's weird shit he be saying. But yo, let me show you the cover for the peace, salute EGC. What up? Peace. This is the cover for the new Rakim single. Hold on, man. Come back. Rakim Allah. There we go. All right. Rakim, Corrupt, Master Killa, Rebirth. And then instead of NWA, it says NMA at the bottom in sort of an NWA type font. I don't know. I kind of don't really know what that means. What's this? It says the God's Network Rebirth will mark Rakim's first album since 2009's The Seventh Seal, which itself followed a 10-year hiatus from music. Before that was the 18th Letter, which was wow. The God MC, who largely stays out of the spotlight these days, recently issued a statement along with Eric B. After they were again snubbed for an induction in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They said, congratulations to the diverse group of artists introduced into the Rock Hall this year. Seeing Tribe and Mary on the list besides Cher, Ozzy, Cool, and the gang, and all the other icons shows how inclusive the institution has become. Keep voting. We'll join you soon. And it was their second nomination in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, initially being nominated in 2012. It says legendary MC canceled his European tour, and this was a rant on a concert promoter criticized Rakim for pulling out of the tour the third time in 3 years. That is pure bullshit, he said, citing reasons given by the rapper, which included burnout. Rakim just didn't felt like going, and manager tells us he tried to convince him since January, even though he canceled in 2022 due to Corona, 2023 due to Hip Hop 50, and didn't give any proper excuse this time. Rakim destroys his legacy in Europe now. No. Rakim's legacy in Europe is just fine. Believe me, Mr. Guy. Rakim's manager later said that the cancellation was due to travel issues. Rakim does not fly. He has not been on a plane since 1998, and there were a number of problems related to that. So how does he get to Europe? Jesus, he fucking goes by boat? Securing his travel by boat, the Queen Mary, was impossible, and most of the suitable ground transport on the continent was either booked, simply too expensive, or required rerouting dates. Bro, a boat? I'm honestly, bro, I'd rather fly, dog. Cause I'm not with that ocean, dog. I get we flying over the motherfucker, but it's a hell of a lot quicker to fly over that bitch than to float across the motherfucker. Not me, sir. Besides, flying is actually statistically the safest way to travel. Shit, it's also the scariest way to die. But yeah, I'm excited, man, about the Rakim album. Hell yeah. Corrupt made his announcement talking about the what do you call it, the single Rebirth, and fans were definitely hyped in the comment section over that news. Oh my god, indeed, is this a cover for a single? I can't believe the new Raw on its way. I would love to hear the two greatest in the lab. I bet they was going back to back, shit like that. Corrupt and Rakim, phenomenal MCs. Corrupt is one of the illest MCs on the West Coast, out of the West Coast. And a new project from Rakim, yeah, versus do. I think. Wonder if Eric B gonna be on this. In other Rakim news, he confirmed on an Instagram story on Saturday that he will be performing at Rock the Bells cruise in November of this year. That cruise is crazy. That Rock the Bells cruise, that shit is crazy. Everybody be on the boat and shit on the cruise. Supposedly it was dope last year. Rock him a lot. I kind of saved this for the end, y'all, because I don't know how it's gonna go over, but this shit, man, was dope.
If you're watching
The hold on.
that,
The interview is on Juan EP is Life. Y'all already know that's Cypher Sounds and Rosenberg show. And it'd be dope, man. For I can't wait to get Ghost on the show, man, and chop it up. But until then, we live vicariously.
How did that come about? Like, bottom of the night. So it's like recent. Wow. Oh, so maybe I'm wrong. Either he took a long time to send it, maybe before that. Wow. Drums is shake that body. It's the like healthiest. Can't leave that beat. Yeah, I heard it. I called his manager, or the one guy he worked with. Had to do though.
Yo, I don't want to play that. I can't play that shit sped up like that, man. I'm sorry. This is on Juan EP is Life channel. So go subscribe, check it out. It's Rosenberg and Cypher Sounds. It's official. This is why I love Ghosts. This ain't just why I love Ghosts yet, but I was just so hyped today, man. This shit was just talking about the new album that we talked about recently, Set the Tone. They're talking right now about the song No Face featuring Kanye, my favorite song on the track. And it's funny because it has the same beat to my favorite Ghost song, probably my favorite hip hop song, my favorite song on Supreme Clientele, Mighty Healthy. And come to find out, Ghost feels the same way about that beat. That shit is confirmation.
I took a chance. The record, I did the record, and it was like, I want to play a second of it. This got a bop. Yeah. So it came, and I'm like, oh shit. I said, you know what? Get this. No, yeah. I heard it. I called his manager, or one of the guys he worked with, and he plugged it in. I guess he might have played for him. He just went for it. Pretty still. Yo, and you use the same drums as shake that party. It's the Mighty Healthiest. You can't leave that beat. You really can't. Great beats. I love great beats. What's going on? About 50.
Yo, and they got it. Is this a little bit slowed down? They got a little bit slower. Man, that shit is official.
1250 in the grain. Yeah, it's hard. The grain beats. Yeah, that's where my soul come from. Right up in there. Remind me of the name of the record that you reference on Mighty Healthy, because I didn't know that record till that you did. Holy War. Oh, the Holy War record. Oh, Holy War. Lord. Yeah.
Woo! Yeah, I mean, every song on the new album ain't it. The new album kind of fell off to me towards the end. Yeah, that song was like whatever, but Ghost never disappoints me, dog. He's the most consistent, easily the most consistent out of the Wu. One of the most consistent MCs, period. Definitely has just stayed putting out shit since I first heard him on Wu-Tang. He did his first, I consider the Purple Tape his first joint, but of course it's Iron Man, and then Supreme Clientele, and I just been a super fan, but he keep putting them out. He just don't stop, and every one just sound like it's weird because it bring you back to the 90s. Like it give you that same vibe, that same feeling that you always felt from his earlier music, but his music always evolves and changes and grows. It never sounds old, but it's got that sound. You know what I mean? Taste for blood. Kill 1 or kill 10. Both hands crusty, chilling with my man Rusty low down. On the one, both dog.
No, I'm about to say even the mic. I rhymed through an old mic on that. You can tell. I wanted to get an old, like from the projects when we was back in the days out there like that, to get that feeling like that.
Yeah.
And I had
Ghost Purple Tape, Ray co-host, Monty Hall XO.
Yeah. Pick up the what? Thought I was Michael.
Pick up the broom. Thought I was Mike.
Singing Jackson 5.
Picked up the broom. Thought I was using the broom as a microphone stand.
With just a few words, but you can end up seeing the thing that you were picturing.
He a story. He's the most, bro. I seen it like a zenith. That's the, you know what I'm saying? Like I feel like he the best at making you visualize the shit, bro. His rhymes, bro. He a dope storyteller, but he really, for me, make me visualize shit. Like I see the shit that he's saying.
Would you describe it? Like I would sort of describe it as abstract art. Like, do you think it's abstract art? I told Reza that earlier. Really? That he asked me that. It's like
Nutmeg.
I just know it's art. Like I told him when I did Nutmeg, I did Nutmeg, and people still try to decipher it, dissect it, and do it. When I did that, I was in Africa, but Reza had a beat that he was playing before I left. I forgot what beat that song went on. It wasn't on no album, but it might have been on one of them Swarm albums. Anyway, I kept playing that in my head, like just in my head. So I'm out there at night.
Ask Captain Pentagrace from this.
It's just like, I'm in the village, like no buildings, no hotel, no nothing. It's just stars lit up. I'm just thinking. And I'm like, got that beat rolling, and I'm just saying, you know what? I want to make a song or verse that you got words, but it don't mean
shit. I knew that the
Chrome to protect yourself from malware, so you can surf without getting phished.
I knew that commercial was coming.
Words, but it don't mean.
So the song's Nutmeg that he's talking about, a lot of people try to decipher like what Ghost was talking about on the song, and like because the shit is mad cryptic, like, and you think that he's talking in code or he's making it's just rhyming words. He's just rhyming words. He just take words and phrases and even made up some words and just to make it sound dope. And it's funny because he's so ahead of his time, bro, because look at the music today. That's all they trying to do is just catch the vibe. They're not worried about what the song is about. And he kind of did that shit back then.
Don't mean shit. You know what I mean? But just go in and just try to connect these words together. And I did that. And that's where it came when my cousin Mo made that beat. I tried it to that beat and it stuck. And I just laid that verse down. So you're saying the verses on a song like Nutmeg is almost like a painting that just splatter.
Jackson Pollock.
You don't know how to connect because the splatter just goes where it goes. Yeah. Well, you are an artist, bro. You scientific. My hand kissing.
Watch me dolly dicking. Body wappy too.
It gets all. You know what I mean? What's dolly dick?
The microphone hippie. He just told you.
You got that's your word. It's like I don't know what the fuck. I just told you. It was just a bunch of words that really put together that just wasn't nothing. Yeah. Your shit is so artful, but like I hate even it getting just labeled as rap, right? Like there's famous artists out there like a Jackson Pollock or some shit where the shit is just craziness. Your shit is that level, but because it's
man, I'm gonna wait for
it's categorized like I think your shit in 100 years is gonna be like, what the fuck was this?
Do you feel that? Don't you? Let's say, with all due respect, I feel that people already feel that way about you. Like, don't people already kind of tell you that this shit is like a crazy?
Yeah, but they're hardcore fans. I mean,
but like, do you know that that's how people talk about you? Because like,
I don't know none of that shit.
Oh, because like,
come in there and it just get quiet. Like, is that just Nori? Right. And people you could talk to. Yeah. Nori.
Yo, he talking about how you know, he meets certain rappers and certain fans and shit, they get awkward and shit.
Yeah. Nori, right. Just regular. Yeah. I met a lot of other rappers that just you come in there and it just get quiet. Like, yo, so it make you be like, yo, you know what? Even good, real good ones where I just like, yo, you know what? You give them 5 and you know what, and that's it. Because you make me uncomfortable now.
Right. Right. Yeah, forget that people. So the way that you're talked about among the people that I love hip hop with is in such a high regard, bro. Like it cannot be overstated.
Glaze. My boy glazing. My boy glazing. But he not lying though. That's the funny shit.
I heard about Brandy first when I was in 7th grade. The reason why I liked it because everyone else liked it.
Oh, hey, good morning,
Good afternoon.
good evening,
And good night.
My ghost saying wood. It's woo.
Feel good round. You know what I mean? It's like you might not be in the mood that day for so much round. That's my hat one day and shit. I'm like, yo, but they just wanted it, man. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, man. I couldn't even sick nobody on it. It was like he got lost to me, but it was like, yo, they jumped on. Shit. I'm like, yo. Oh. But it was just like, yo, you know what? All that shit, man. That shit.
This some real shit though that he say right here. This what make me like Ghost.
It's framed, so probably, you know what I mean? That shit is framed in the dude's house. But you know, and me, I'm one of them guys that I always give somebody a picture or autograph. Yeah. Always give it to them. Yeah. Because I heard so much shit on these artists where they like, yo, man, they don't do pictures and autographs and shit like that. I'm the type of, I don't want to upset nobody. You know what I mean? I want to get as many autographs I can get in there.
Wow.
Just so my name could just linger. Yeah, but about on and on. What about like kids or something? I mean, I've seen motherfuckers sit up there. Let's go, John. I'd be like, yo, wait till I finish eating. Right. Then it'd be a couple times like, you know what? Come, hurry. Yeah. This and that. Oh, I'm sorry. And then, you know, and go. But you know what? Like the fans is what really made us. You know what I mean? Of course. And I know it's a job, but sometimes you need privacy and stuff like that. And sometimes they gotta know, like, yo, the man's eating.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
read the energy, read the room. Yeah. You know?
Hey, it's like when we at the table or something like that, and you over there acting like we don't see you taping. Yeah.
Now that's a whole other thing.
Just come to it and just be like, yo, you know what? Can I you know what I mean? It's just they don't know when they might see you again. So ask. I know, of course. Just ask. Yeah. It's more disrespectful to be back there just like this, watching you fucking slide. Yeah, man, just come and just say something. I can't stand when a motherfucker do that. Yeah.
All right, that's a pretty basic one.
Right.
Be like, yo, you know what I mean? I see Big Bark on that.
Blah. I'm like, it's kind of like looked up. Is everybody in Woo pretty cool, or some of the guys a little less apt?
Who's cranky?
Is anybody crankier?
You know, Ray might be in the mood. You know, Ray, he gonna speak his mind. Ray looking about Ray. Ray looking. Ray would be like, yo, you know what I mean? I seen Big Bark on that. I seen some say one day, what do you say? Yo, I love you, Dennis Coles. You know, Ray on his ass. What'd you say? Somebody just said, don't know about that.
So defending you.
Yeah, defending me. No. Remember when Ray did this shit to Steve-O on stage?
Oh, Lord.
What happened? I forget.
Steve-O did some stupid shit he shouldn't have done. He got naked on stage.
Games.
Pulled his dick out or something. And they were like, but he was saying like, because
White boy game's gone too far.
Yeah, white boy game's but he loved Ghostface. And he's like, no, Ghost used to love when I do this or something. And Ray him by the neck like a puppy. The fuck on stage. So Ray one of those guys. But going back to what you said, I would never see nobody like, but you know, would you know what might be like that? Maybe you got, maybe. Because you got grouchy too.
How's Meth? Because Meth must get approached a lot.
Meth is cool.
I've only seen him.
Meth is cool. Meth is cool. Meth is cool. Even if you don't want to do it, probably maybe he never really show it. But
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Does meth only reply to you if you text meth? Does he only reply in video form? Because he only sends me videos.
Yeah.
You want how cool that is?
He's
He's got videos of himself. Everyone who knows him just has mad. Wait, you get the same thing? He just replies with them. It's like he never wants to be misquoted or something.
Right.
I don't know. I've never asked him what the logic is.
I haven't asked neither. Yeah.
He just doesn't want to type.
You can do the audio notes now.
No audio.
Video. But he do video.
Yeah, but he does video.
Yeah. Do video. That's crazy. You say.
Ghost, you got.
Yeah. Actually, no, dog. They've been talking about that since like 2015. Ray said something on IG hell of time ago. This is like a year ago or two, year and a half ago. That's the artwork for the show, he said. Hold on. Purple tape files. Let's see if it'll focus. There we go. That's it. The Purple Tape Files. It says the Purple Tape Files documentary is on its way. Get ready. And that shit was like a year ago, a year and a half ago or some shit. Oh no, man.
I give them to the people, and really that's it. You know what I mean? Only one I really wanted to do was it a poetry. That was one album, man. I heard that. Yeah. I love Iron Man. Yeah. Because
I heard that too.
Really? Yeah, he was on. He got the podcast going on.
It's dark.
Series with him. Yeah. I told him, I said, because he was interviewing me, and I said, yo, man, like, with Cuban links. Wilding on Cuban links.
Yo, I want to see that. Have y'all seen that podcast? RZA and RZA got a podcast on satellite radio.
Going into Iron Man, I don't know. I was. It was down for me. Like, even a lot of the beats that was up there, it was kind of like darkish. And I didn't have the chance to really write
Assassination Day, fucking yeah, it was dark.
to get it done because RZA closed the
It was dope though. I love Iron Man.
You gotta do it. You know what I mean? They had a bunch of money, and it was like, don't sit this out. Yeah, you know what I mean? Right. I chose to go ahead and get the money within a couple of months, trying to think I could do it. And I don't. That's why I don't deal with deadlines now. You know what I mean? But so that right there, you know what I mean? Like, you know, coming from there to go to there, to right there, it wasn't. No, so I don't even listen to my albums. I give them to the people, and really that's it. Yeah. You know what I really wanted to do was it a poetry?
Wizard of Poetry.
That was one album I wanted to do because I could just get.
That's the kind of music you listen to.
That's his shit.
Right. Yeah, so I could just get and just go in, just go right in. So and that's it.
I've been
That's his shit.
Ever since Wizard of Poetry came out, and I apologize if I've already asked it to you, but it's one of my favorite things to joke about in hip hop. Did you ever have a situation where you got caught cheating, you impregnated the woman, and when you were asked why you didn't wear a condom, you said your excuse was you couldn't come like that? Because I don't think that would play out well.
Yeah, I've never been in it. Never been
Yo, it's a lot on the record. You said it.
It's all magic. Was that?
That's it. This was a story.
Raheem Devon joint.
Do over. My excuse, I couldn't come like that.
Yo, my excuse, I couldn't.
Oh, I love it. That's my favorite record on that album. You and Raheem Devon had a nice connection, man.
I gotta go back to that. Yeah, gotta go back. I like that. Yeah. Say something real quick.
Please.
I don't like that you brought goons with you because they gonna leave here being like, no, dick rode you the whole day. Go snap. You're gonna say a lot of shit. I mean, he'll be like, yo, them dick riding the shit out you. No. You're not.
Set up to be able to keep as many compliments on you as possible.
Right. As far as that, I went to the show in Vegas. I went to the show in Vegas. I saw your interview with Nems. So basically, I'm trying to tell you, us and Nems had a discussion about you, about in hip hop, from when you came out to today, who has been more influential in this culture. Mind you, you come from an influential group. So who is already some of the most influential shit as far as hip hop is concerned, especially from our region. And then you breaking out of that group as who you are. There's nobody in the game who has lasted this long, who stays consistent, who stays true to who you are.
Facts.
When you came in here, it's like you met Ghost, and I'm sure you have personal growth. I'm talking about hip hop. The way you walked in here was the same way I could have met you in 1994 or 1993. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop wise. Right. And the album, listen to it today, I'm like, this don't miss. Fucking, you know what it is?
Bro, cats don't be knowing, dog. A lot of people don't be knowing. Like when I tell them Ghost is my favorite, they don't understand. Ghost is revered. How much he's revered in hip hop. Like he's your favorite rapper's favorite rapper. He's a hip hop guy, right? You know what I'm saying? Like he's a hip hopper. He's not one of these dudes who's a rapper at night and shit. You know what I'm saying? Or just does it as a job. Like Ghost is a fucking MC to his bones.
While we're heaping compliments on you while you're here, which is what I want to do, you're the genuine article, Ghost. Like a lot of people play rapper and they're good at it. Some are really good at it. Some of them are ones that like we love, but they're playing a part. They're playing rapper. They're playing
Ghostface.
You know what I mean? Right. And like this is just. Has it always? Now you just mentioned that on the debut album, it was kind of hard for you. You felt like kind of rushed to write. It always feels so natural for you. Did it come easily at first, or did you start off whack like many people do when they first start writing?
I mean, for the album, or just
in general, like when you first, because to us, you've always sounded like a natural. It just seemed easy for you.
I mean, yeah, I was a net when we was rhyming like that before I got on with Resident.
Yeah. He said something. He said something. He said that the cat be is like bugging. He said like he said he tried to fucking reach out. He said the dude just wanted to be some bullshit like type of shit. You know what I mean? Like it ain't so I don't know. You could, bro. Ghost ain't that type of dude, bro. That shit. I know exactly what he talking about.
You know, I mean, it wasn't too much music that was out there, but the things I did do, it was more or less of a story too. That's why they be like, "Oh, you're a storyteller," and this and that and the third. It was always more. Like even on the first Woo album, it sounds so polished. Right. And I was young. I see my growth came because of them. I said that too to him. I was like, nah, I'm the first one to sit down more. You know what I mean? To bring the records. Yeah. Within like a year or two, I got my way up quick. By the time Cuban Link came.
Oh yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? So, well, yeah, I guess it was kind of like running against those guys and having to go do your part. It's just nervous. You know what I mean? Like that's what I was like. Damn.
Who was the most intimidating at that time?
All of them. All of them. You know what I mean?
Not Jizza and RZA the most because they'd already been signed, etc.
It was all of them. Genius was like the genius. RZA was like a doctor. You know what I mean? Because he's a doctor. I say him and Genius is like I said, like a genius. Like he's like a walking like Wall Street Journal. Yeah. It's like what is exactly that type, but you got different flavors in there. Crazy styles, Razor Street Cat. Killa's a ninja, you know what I mean? Deck was like, damn, smoke on the mic like smoke. Happened to go against.
He was confident to sell on that, yeah.
Happened to go against that and all that. You got all these brothers, around. It was like That's how I knew he was gonna come and do damage. I just knew, but I just ain't know that it turned into like a cult.
Yeah. I forget the order of events. By the time the first album got made, were you and RZA already brothers-in-law?
Yes.
So you were already close.
Yes.
Wu-Tang is like a cult, bro. A cult following. That's the definition. The definition of a cult following. That's the most cult shit in hip hop. Like they said that the Wu-Tang symbol is the most iconic, well-known symbol in music. That's like there's a lot of symbols in music. You know what I'm saying? Like think about like you have the Rolling Stones. Like I don't know, it's a lot of fucking music symbols. Wu-Tang surpassed all that shit.
Dirty, Genius, they're all related, right? And then you basically are in that family from because RZA moved to my project. Yeah, with my projects down there, he left him up there in the hill. Came to Stapleton. We got close and stuff like that, and everything just went from there. But I got close with Old Dirty around that time too.
Stuff like that, Syph, meant starting a family and having children back then. That got thrown into stuff like that. But all that stuff happened. Was it ever complicated?
I don't know if Ghost is still 5%, like if he still really follow that or what, you know, if he still, you know, do his lessons and all that. But I'm sure that, you know, he would have been open to whatever, you know, whatever. Like he gonna be, you know, he gonna accept him for who he is, bro. He's not, you know, and if you always want it to be a problem and you want static and you want it to be an issue and you want shit to be difficult, then it don't matter what I do. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna always bring it back to that bullshit. So if you just want that type of attention, I'm not finna feed your madness. I'm you know what I mean? I'm not gonna be here to put gas on that.
Was the brother-in-law dynamic ever complicated while you guys were in a group, or was it always kind of separate? And
yeah, it was separate. Like it wasn't as it was separate. We just do what we do. Yeah, so yeah, just because we met. You know what I mean?
I never thought of it. So funny. I didn't realize you guys were like related in that way until so much later. It was such an interesting dynamic. I never thought about as a fan.
But when you look at the credits, is what's RZA's last name?
Diggs.
So 2 Diggs and Cole. Cole, right?
That's Diggs. Yeah, Diggs and Cole.
It's like a law firm. And Grant.
Yeah, a lot of Grant.
It's like a law firm.
Ali Grant.
Grant. You're right.
Is there? You often say when I talk about where you are, like the lexicon of great hip hop.
Right.
I always think that, like, you know, we could talk about all the greats, but I'm telling you, there's not one of the greats who, if there was like a cipher and everyone was jumping in, there's not one person in that cipher who wouldn't tighten up a little bit when Ghostface walks in the room. I don't care if it's Hove. I don't care if it's M. I don't care if it's Kendrick. Right. All of them are going to go, all right, well, Ghostface is here.
I thought I was going to have it easy.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you the reverse. What MCs are there out there that would make you tighten up a little bit? Like, oh, I got to get my shit together. So-and-so.
Oh, the names. Probably your names you named.
Hove.
Oh, yeah. Probably him. Because I know, you know, in this game, I mean, when it comes to getting in this battle or cipher, it's war. You know what I mean? And, you know, I know my capabilities and what I can do, but at the same time, you can't sleep on a person. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because this guy might pull something out the hat where it's like, I thought I had no ground covered. You know what I mean? So, those names that you named, and there's additional, you got the lights you got to look out for.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even some of them new cats. I'm not going to shit on Drake and Kendrick.
Black Thought.
Yep. They can rhyme. They can really, really rhyme. That's why when I did the
Kendrick can.
It was like, okay. I sat with it and was like, I sent him 2 verses. I got 2 verses. I sent them a just in case one.
Yo, Ghost say he sent Kendrick a just in case verse. That's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Most time a MC give you 1 verse. And that, you know what I'm saying? They're giving you that verse. To give you another verse, that's like giving you free shit. And yeah, that says a lot, bro. You know what I'm saying? That he gave his ass an extra just in case verse.
That don't go this one. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Wow. So that means to
That's
me,
respect.
you must have been pretty like taking it seriously and been kind of honored that Kendrick asked you to jump on this around the Big Steppers.
Yeah. He put his call in and whatever his thing, and it was like, yo, okay, this is one of the names. I didn't take him lightly, you know what I mean? Because it's like his wordplay, his style, you know what I mean? Now I gotta just do what I feel. Just to, whatever I feel.
You delivered, man.
And you ever heard? Don't say the name of the. But say, you ever heard anybody not liking you? Stop. Hip hop wise, not
Some of the questions Cypher be asking,
That's in New York to them. In New York, in Woo. Right. So that when they try to tell you being on some New York shit, they be like, you on some Wu-Tang.
What is it, Wu-Tang?
They don't mean nothing disrespectful to the rhymes of the music. They're like,
Well, it's more than they think everyone here bites Wu-Tang.
Yeah, it's so ultimate New York. Wow. I didn't even know that shit. Bro,
I ain't even know that shit. I ain't even know that shit.
Dave on the phone. Yeah. Yo, look. Nah.
Like, tell Ghostface how Dave Chappelle.
Anytime you talk to Dave on the phone, yo, he'll be here, meet me at this time, da 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 da. All right, yo, Wu-Tang. Funny mom. No, he's not, and it's not something. He's like trying to be funny, like right. That's how he says goodbye in his heart. Wu-Tang.
Wow.
You get off the flight, I go that my car, he goes his car. Right, Wu-Tang. Right, it's crazy. Wow.
But do you ever get bugged out?
Or I'd be like one.
Those Carolina Tides the Rangers. It's 1-0. But did you ever get like almost like freaked out?
Yo, hold on. Peep the albums on the wall. Classics. Illmatic. Stankonia. Well, you got a couple Outcasts. You got like 2 Outcast albums.
But how emotional people are about Wu-Tang, like of all backgrounds, black, white, Japanese, all over the world, the tattoos, the obsession, like it's you guys are different.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely thought about it. Damn, it became a cult like so fast, especially overseas too. Because we go out there, like you just said, to mention the tattoos. I think people like pull their pants down and have a picture of Old Dirty just laying right here. New Zealand and Australia. You know what I mean? Plus the other tats that they got. So I'm like, one day came to my
It's laying right here.
How many motherfuckers is buried with this shit? You know what I mean? Because I'm like, damn. You know, people die every day.
Yeah.
But and then people was like, yo, my best friend, my cousin, biggest Wu-Tang fan ever, and tell you about the tat that they put on. It's like, yo, and it was like Wu-Tang forever, like for real.
But they were put in the earth with that Wu-Tang tattoo on.
Exactly.
That's actually deep.
Not just the tattoo.
And they call
motherfuckers getting buried in Wu-Tang paraphernalia. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers getting buried in Wu-Tang t-shirts and Wu jackets. Yeah. All of that getting put in Wu-Tang urns and shit. Wu-Tang caskets. For real. People that serious about it.
On they dogs by members and you know what I mean? Shit like that. What do you mean Ghostface? My dog Ghostface. All this shit. You know what I mean? Yeah, it just I don't know. I just give thanks to the Most High just for, like, damn, this just started from my idea. And here we are living in it. You ever wonder what did it? What made it that so cult-like?
Good looking out.
It's like in New York in the 90s, you wasn't that much different than Gangstar, Black Moon, or them groups. You know what I'm saying? Like, as much as I love Wu, if you do a dope 90s set, you got Mobb Deep, Gangstar, like you playing all that stuff together, it all sounds good together. But what made Wu go do all the way? Like,
bro, it's too many things, man. It's a whole bunch of shit. You mix martial arts, hip hop, comic books, gangster mafia, Cosa Nostra, Scarface. Come on, man. You swirl all that shit together with some killer bees. It's a wrap, bro. That shit became a cult following for real. That's I mean, bro, that's you put martial arts, mafia, hip hop, and comics together, bro. You couldn't tell me nothing else. That was I couldn't believe it. I could not believe that it was a group, that it was a genre, that it was anything that was all of that shit in one. People don't understand, like that, like movies, all of that shit in one, video games, like everything, pop culture, you know what I'm saying? Just all of it, just fucking embodied, man. And this, and at the same time, spiritual as fuck. Pop culture, and at the same time, meditating on some fucking going to Mount Wu and shit in China, Wu Tang Mountain and shit.
Different styles, the different members. Like, that's what I was gonna say. I think it might be that because we had a chance to sign the labels and do what we had to do, and I think individually, then you know, like as far as myself, okay, well, they did that. Then they got Liquid Swords, that's Cuban Links. All right, that. Yeah, then you still got the group. You know what I mean? You can always go back to that basket. You know what I mean? And then at the time, early on, like we said earlier, we traveling like for 300 guys, 400 guys, going through the tunnel, robbing everything in the tunnel. Every club, we shook up every club, and it was just a movement. Yeah. You know what I mean? Even when we going to North Carolina and Atlanta and all that, the wave just kept going because when you get out there, they got their own Wu-Tang guys out there.
Yeah.
All these guys. They just in the dressing rooms and like, you know, he came out the wild. Like everybody was just like just a part of it. You know what I mean?
Dog, he's not lying, bro. On that shit. Like I'm in St. Petersburg, Florida. Tampa, Florida, really. Nah, I'm in St. Pete, Florida. And it's a whole 5% nation out there. And when the Wu comes to town, you know, for a concert for in Orlando or Tampa or whatever, this is like the home base where they touch down. And like I knew these guys because like this one guy worked at this I had a telemarketing little gig, and this guy worked there with me, and we had a studio together, and he was connected to the guy that works with the Wu-Tang road manager and True Master and a bunch of guys on their squad and shit when they come to the concert. And I knew that about them, but you know, I never really, thought that, shit would come together. But I was one day I was at a Wu-Tang show. It really was a club appearance. They were doing like a little club spot in Ybor City in Tampa. It's like fucking Mardi Gras every weekend on Ybor City. It's a strip. It's way hyper than Mardi Gras. It's crazy. And it's just nightclubs all down the strip. Just crazy ass nightclub alley, right? And so we watched the show, and Wu-Tang is there. They first we was at Disney World and saw Wu-Tang there in Orlando. Came back to Tampa, was in the nightclub, didn't know we was gonna be there either. Didn't know they were gonna be in Disney World either. Got there, oh shit, Wu-Tang, went there and saw him. Came back, didn't know he was coming there. Came back, went to the club. Wu-Tang is there. Killer Army, it was dope. Redman is there. It was insane, bro. It was like, in a club, so it was really intimate, like close and shit. And after the show, we leave out the club, and out the back, there's like a van, this is the Wu-Tang don't ride in a big tour bus. They ride in like a long ass, like a church van. And I seen a dude with staff written on the back of his shirt that looked just like my homeboy Prince, and he was like blocking the crowd. And then I seen the Wu-Tang coming out of the back door and hopping in the van to get, to leave. And I said, Prince. And he turned around. Reno. Oh shit, what's up? Yo, come with us to the after party. Come, we going with the woo, man. Come with us to the after. It's like, dog, they're not gonna let me in the fucking after party. He's like, come with me. He takes the laminate off the VIP and puts it on my neck. And he's like, follow us. We followed him to the club, bro. It was like a little after hours, just like a little intimate joint. Wu-Tang is, I'm this close. You God is right here. Fucking Ghost, we here. We just smoking blunts, bro. Just freestyling. I'm just quiet. You know what I'm saying? Just when it's my turn, I kick my little rhyme and shit and just sit back, bro. And it was just the illest night, bro. The illest night of my life. Hold on. I carry this in my wallet to this day. That was 2000. That was 2000. Tuesday, August 29th, 2000. I cut it down and shit to fit in my wallet, but that was the laminate that he put on my neck. Bro, that shit is in my wallet with my photos of my kids, bro. Like that up. Like that's the type of shit. That's the type of shit that, you know what I'm saying, he's talking about when he's talking about cult followings and all of that. People, you know, really take this shit seriously, dog. But he's not, but he's telling the truth. Like that's how he's a real personable dude, like super down to earth. Never, you know, they didn't act like, you know, they were celebrities or none of that, dog. Real just dude, just hood cats, man.
To the movement, whether you knew these guys or not. You know what I mean? Yeah. It was just crazy. Then when they hit Europe, it was just over. I guess it might have been a whole new thing to these guys over here because they love hip hop. They love real hip hop. I know. So when you go there, it's like, yo, they going crazy automatically.
Where is the craziest place for you guys still? Like, do you have a place that when you guys get booked, you go, oh yeah, this is always the best?
Scotland is wilding. Ireland is wilding. It's like right? Like, yo, I don't care if it's 5,000. You know what I mean? You might just be, what? Wilding every time. But it's a feel good wilding. You know what I mean? It's like you might not be in the mood that day for so much wilding.
Memory saver. So your games?
Catch my hat one day and shit. I'm like, yo, but they just wanted it, man. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, man. I couldn't even sit nobody on it. It was like he got lost to me, but it was like, yo, they jumped on. Just wilding.
Yo, you might not be in the mood for that much wilding.
It's like, right? Yo, I don't care if it's 5,000. You know what I mean? You might just go out there, what? Wilding every time. But it's a feel good wilding. You know what I mean? It's like you might not be in the mood that day for so much wilding. Catch my hat one day and shit. I'm like, yo, but they just wanted it, man. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker, man. I couldn't even sit nobody on it. It was like he got lost to me, but it was like, yo, they jumped on. Took shit. And I'm like, yo, what? But it was just like, yo, you know what? All that shit, man. That shit's framed. So yeah. That's what I believe. You know what I mean? That shit is framed and it's up to who's out. But
definitely.
You know, and me, I'm one of them guys that I always give somebody a picture or autograph. Yeah. Always give it to them. Yeah. Because I heard so much shit on these artists where they like, yo, man, they don't do pictures and autographs and shit like that. I'm the type of, I don't want to upset nobody. You know what I mean? I want to get as many autographs I can get in there. Wow. Just so my name could just linger. Yeah, but I'm on and on. What about like a dinner with your kids or something? I mean, I've seen motherfuckers sit up there and, yo, can I have this and that and third? And there's a couple of times I be like, yo, wait till I finish eating. Right. Then there'll be a couple of times like, you know what, come here, hurry. Yeah. And it's like, oh, I'm sorry. And then, you know, and go. But you know what, like the salute
really made us. BDBGP.
And I know it's just your job, sometimes you need privacy.
and stuff like that. And they sometimes they gotta know, like, yo, the man Z.
Right.
You know what I mean? But
Right. Or read the energy, read the room. Yeah.
Meth is cool.
I've only seen him be
Meth is cool. Meth is cool. Meth is cool. Even if you don't want to do it, probably maybe he never really show it. But
I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Does Meth only reply to you if you text Meth? Does he only reply in video form? Because he only Kanye feature on the album.
Right.
How did that come about? It sounds like, based on what I can hear from him vocally, he doesn't have the shit in his mouth. He doesn't have the fucking crazy tooth thing in his mouth.
Mm-hmm.
His mouth sounds clear. So, how did he get this done? Like, that's not a... I know he's a huge fan of yours. Obviously, he's put you on multiple records. He's a big fan. But how did this get accomplished? Was it difficult?
Yeah, it was
It's Ghostface. It's
Ghostface.
Ghostface.
It was like that record came in the last bottom of the night.
So it's like recent. It's not like an old verse you had.
2 months old. They even don't even think it's probably what.
So he did that.
6 weeks old, a month and a half.
Wow.
He did that in the process while he's doing what he's doing now. Like
I reached out to him.
Mm.
Yeah. It might be 30 days old.
This is because it's
I got
Ghostface.
that verse back when we were just in DC.
Wow. Oh, so maybe I'm wrong. Either he took a long time to send it, maybe I'm wrong.
DC. 420.
Oh yeah, the show you guys did. I saw.
So what is it right now?
It's like 5:18.
Right there.
5:7.
And the record, and I made that record maybe like 2 weeks before that. You know what I mean?
Wow,
So
that's
you
crazy.
gave it to him, but what I had to do though, I took a chance. I did the record, and it was like,
I want to play a second of it. It's got a bop.
yeah. So it came, and I'm like, oh shit. I said, you know what? No man, shut up. Yeah. I heard it. I called his manager, or the one of the guys he worked with, and he plugged it in. I guess he might have played for him. He just went for it. I said, yo. Praise still.
Yo, and you use the same drums as Shake That Party. It's the Mighty Healthy-ish.
I can't leave that beat.
You really can't.
Break beats. I love break beats. What's the one on Buck 50? Buck 50 in the grain.
In the grain. Like
Yeah.
it's hard.
Grain.
Great beats.
Yeah, that's where my soul come from. Right up in there.
What's the remind me of the name of the record that you reference on Mighty Healthy? Because I didn't know that record till now. You did it.
Holy War.
Oh, the Holy War record.
Oh, Holy War.
Lord,
Yeah.
feet.
I didn't know that record till
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
One man will kill two. All the same.
Even the way you come in is crazy on this record. You come in on the one on the drums is crazy. What were you about to say?
Now I'm about to say, even the mic, I ran through an old mic on that.
You can tell.
I wanted to get an old, like from the projects when we was back in the days out there like that, to get that feeling like that. And I had, yeah.
Dust, Ghost, Purple Tape, great co-host, Monty Hall Expo, Nancy Redbo, like, what the fuck? Don't thought it was Michael in.
Pick up the what? Thought I was Michael in?
Picked up the broom, thought I was Michael in.
Singing Jackson 5
Picked up
in
the
the room.
broom. Thought I was Michael.
Well, I was Michael in.
How did you not know that?
Like, you create these images with just a few words, right? But you can end up seeing the thing that you were picturing. But would you describe it? Like, I would sort of describe it as abstract art. Like, do you think it's abstract art?
I told Rizzo that earlier.
Really?
Yeah, he asked me that. Yeah, it's like, it's whatever you want to call it. I just know it's art. Like I told him when I did Nutmeg, and people can still try to decipher it, dissect it and do it. When I did that, I was in Africa, but Rizzo had a beat that he was playing before I left.
Pastor Troy laying for Travolta.
Might have been in one of them swarm acts. I don't know. But anyway, I kept playing that in my head, like just in my head. So I'm out there at nighttime, and it's just like, I'm in the village, like no buildings, no hotels, no nothing. It's just a star. And I'm just thinking, and I'm like, got that beat rolling, and I'm just saying, you know what? I want to make a song or verse that you got words, but it don't mean really nothing. It don't mean shit. You know what I mean? But just go in and just try to connect these words together. And I did that. And that's where it came when my cousin Mo made that beat. I tried it to that beat and it stuck. And I just laid that verse down.
So yeah, so you're saying the verses of a song like Nutmeg is almost like a painting that's just splattered everywhere. And it, you don't connect because the splatter just goes where it goes. Yeah. Right. You are an artist, bro. But you
scientific, my hand kissing, nobody listening to Mystic. You probably missed the Rocky Dolly ticket. It was just like all these tickets and all, you know what I mean?
What is Dolly ticket?
It was just what is that? That's you gotta that's your word now. It's like I don't know what the fuck. I just told you. It was just a bunch of words that really put together that just wasn't nothing. Yeah.
Your shit is so artful, but like I hate even it getting just labeled as rap, right? Like there's famous artists out there like a Jackson Pollock or some shit where the shit is just craziness. Your shit is that level, but because it's music, it just gets categorized. Like I think your shit in 100 years is gonna be like, what the fuck was this?
But do you feel that? Do you feel that? Don't you? Let's say, with all due respect, I feel that people already feel that way about you. Like, don't people already kind of tell you that this shit is like a crazy?
Yeah, but they're hardcore fans. I mean,
but like, yeah, do you know that that's how people talk about you? Because like,
I don't know none of that shit.
Oh, because like the way that you're talked about.
People, when I meet other rap fans, a lot of times they don't talk to me. You know what I mean? Like they don't. They just might feel a certain way of like, damn, I'm a fan, but I don't know how to approach this.
They trying to be hard. They want to be hard because they think Ghost trying to be hard and shit. But just be real, dog.
Oh, what to say to keep a conversation. You got certain people you can talk to.
Yeah.
Like Nori, regular.
Right.
Just regular.
Yeah.
I've met a lot of other rappers that just you come in here and it just get quiet. Like, yo, so they make you be like, yo, you know what? Even good, real good ones. Well, it's just like, yo, you know what? Give them 5 and you know what? And that's it. Because you make me uncomfortable now.
Right. That's
hard.
Yeah, forget the people. So the way that you're talked about among the people that I love hip hop with is in such a high regard, bro. Like it cannot be overstated. Like you are
the way that you're talked about among people that I love hip hop with. Wow.
Definition of the artistry of this thing. Like honestly, I'm not just bro, I'm telling you. Like
that's what this episode's about, bro. Because we need to know, like,
right,
you doing what you do, and you just do it. It's what you do.
Yeah.
But I think like your words, I think could be in a art like Nutmeg, for example. Like the words could just be on a what you call it, canvas.
Yeah.
Right.
And an art and the shit is the art, the way you put it together. Like,
all right, speaking of which, hold on, I want to play a bit of a verse. Let's ask.
Yeah, Rosenberg, let's move that along.
Me and my wife just watched
Castor Troy laying for Travolta.
Face Off for the first time. I kept thinking of you. Whenever they mentioned Castor Troy, I kept thinking of you. That movie is both the best and the worst. I don't know if you've seen it recently. Yo, that shit is so dumb and so good at the same time. I gotta tell you, no, it's ridiculous. But the Castor Troy character is ill.
Right, yeah. Nah, those are just bars, man. You just throw us, and the beat was like you in a jungle jet or something.
And yo, this like you think you just watched that movie before you did that song?
Nah, it might have just came out.
It just happened.
I don't know. This shit is yo,
bumping around and it just
yo, this is rap. Let me tell you something, man. A lot of the times it be the beat. Everybody don't come in with no pre-written rhymes. It just be the beat that'll take you there.
The beat inspires the
like I
rhyme.
said earlier with on his other podcast, it was like, yo, like even with all I got is you.
Turn your mic up a little bit towards you, Ghost. My bad.
All I got is you, right? It was like it just took me.
Yeah.
I didn't know that I was gonna get in and do that, but it'd be like that with all the beats.
Yep.
If the beats sound like, and that was sad. That beat right there. The energy he gave to me was like, you gotta go somewhere.
Dwelling in the
Did you have-
past.
were you already kind of sad that day, or the beat turned it that way? You know what I mean? Like it turned it.
Now the
that way.
beat
So it
just
might have been-
gives you that
If I
that
could
that
remember
vibe.
hearing that, it was like, I'm a soul, I'm a soul based anyway. Exactly. And it just goes that way. So when you write that, and it was like, yo, dwelling in the past. Okay, yo, you setting it off, just going on just leaving this planet, and just going like, yo, and just talking about your past. You know what I mean? But I do that on a lot of records. Like, Cole Anthony and Jamie been shot. You know what I mean? Okay, you know what I mean? And that's a strong back dope right there. So I'm like, yo, but the beats sound like that.
Right.
To me, I don't know how, because Rich around doing it, you go around doing it.
Strong
You know what I mean?
bag
I
of
don't know
dope
if
right
it's
there.
rhymes, it's written or whatever, but it gave me that vibe. You know what I mean? I don't know, like
Jadakiss.
that gave me the vibe.
You
Run,
didn't have that concept
No,
when you came in the studio.
no.
cops
You
is
didn't
coming.
make a story about cops chasing us in the hood. Nothing.
No.
Just, you heard the
I
beat.
took from the beat.
Yeah.
I took from the 8 more step, hit the ground, the pound fell, cops is coming. Oh, you know
Word.
You know what I mean? That bro.
Jiggy kazin, jiggy kazin, jiggy kazin. That's that supreme clientele.
Tim Westwood back in the day, we was with his club,
Right.
and I'm playing, and then I start playing some
Tim
more
Westwood.
hits, and the crowd was like, "No, you was in the zone, stay there."
Right.
So then I was like, "Oh, okay, I'm gonna go album cuts."
Mhm.
So I started going deep. I was playing that song.
Right.
It's the only time I've ever played it in a club,
Right.
and it was going crazy to the point. And Eminem and Dr. Dre had the tour. What was the tour? The Smoke Up in Smoke tour,
Mhm.
and they came to that party afterwards. So they upstairs
Mhm.
above the DJ booth. There's like the VIP. So I'm DJing. Dr. Dre and Eminem's upstairs, and I'm playing that. Right, the crowd is singing it word for word, and Dr. Dre came out. He's like, "What the fuck is happening?"
Right.
Like this is an album cut.
Right.
Like no melodic.
Right.
Coolness.
Right.
The beat is off beat on purpose.
Right.
And I'm telling you, bro, that shit just fucking moves people. Like,
Right. It's crazy.
you ever perform that song?
A couple times early, not too much. Not like around like maybe.
So if someone says if someone, you know, they only have enough money to book Ghost for a quick 10, 15 minutes, what are you playing? What's in that quick? You're showing up, you got to knock out a quick set, 3, 4, 5 max joints.
What's the crowd, though?
Right. Yeah. You'd be that. Yeah. Because you'd be for a wedding and
No, I guess if it's a wedding, it's a different thing. All right, let's start there. If it was a wedding, what would you do?
I'm trying to stay in the R&B zone.
You've done weddings?
I do a little bit. Yeah. Not
Wow.
I did like maybe like
Dog.
something like that. But,
Wu-Tang funerals, Wu-Tang weddings.
you know, I guess it's the after part.
Yeah.
Exception. So no, I go on to like say she look ghosts and all that stuff like that.
You ever hit him with
But
this?
it depends. On a wedding, I don't know.
And you wouldn't want to hit that.
That's not a good wedding song.
Because back like that.
Come on, bro.
Yeah. I mean, a little tough that you do say at someone's wedding, you say, matter of fact, I'll take the whole
Oh,
thing.
finger.
Oh, that's the energy you're trying to put out. What you're saying.
You drunk by that, everybody just
Yeah, I don't care.
Yeah, you can't.
So yeah,
Yeah, they ain't shit.
Oh, Cam A? Or no, am I too old?
No.
It's too slow.
I got so much shit. A lot of times you don't even know what to throw on. I can forget about campaigns.
Yeah.
But you gotta think who would
Wow.
want you at their wedding?
Like the kind of person.
If I wanted Ghostface at my wedding, I don't want that singles. I don't want them.
For that, you hired fucking. You know what I mean? Like some commercial. Yeah, Montel Jordan.
So if you had just like if you were to renew your vows,
Yeah.
Who are you? And you have Ghostface.
Yeah.
What did you guys do?
Oh man. There's no way. I gotta sit there.
Because I actually believe I tried Ghostface for my wedding, and you were out of town. I believe I actually did.
Yeah.
I think I did. Didn't I, Wix? Yeah, I did.
Wow. I want songs where like I'm gonna call Sean Wade.
Hell yeah,
Like, yo,
bro.
I'm Ghostface for my wife died. I'm getting remarried.
What?
You know, it's a new wedding.
Okay. Very dark.
I want Nutmeg or Malcolm or Cobra Clutch, and Sean Wiggs is gonna go. He don't know the verses, so can he relearn them, please?
Right.
You're right. A lot of the records did. Yo, because Cobra Clutch is one of my favorite songs.
Right.
I've never done that song. I did it like a couple times.
Will you remember one?
No. I like one. You like one. You just ran up on me when I was like, oh snap.
Wait, who's the name?
Dr. Dre.
Dr. Dre.
Not one.
Yeah.
Oh, one. Yeah.
But I love the ad lib of new Ghostface.
Yeah.
No Ghostface.
Now that it's 20-something years old.
I say that every time in my head when a new album come out.
Speaking of Clue, I saw Clue last week. Obviously, Cypher and I saw him at the memorial of Mr. C. So I just wanted to give you a chance, man, to talk about C, who was just such a
R.I.P. Mr. C.
Anyone who was like in the essence got so much love from Mr. C.
Yeah. C, man, he called me to do these shows for him. The show I just did the other night. It's so what's it? So from in the Bronx. I did it like 3 times, but I think it was Mr. C. You know what I mean?
He booked it a while ago.
Yeah. He's mad, genuine dude, man. Mad good, mad humble, like just nice, really nice.
I know.
That's what I got from him. Like, you know what I mean? Every time I see him, he speak, talk, we talk, do it, you know what I mean? And that was it. Like, you know what I mean? And yo, man, they was really, really good dude, man. It was sad just to hear that. You know, this is what happened to him. Like,
Yeah, it took us out.
It's been a rough couple of weeks. And I just heard him say, like, yo, you just the finisher, like a day or two before that.
I know.
On the radio.
I heard him playing the mix. I heard him do an Onyx mix.
Mm.
I heard him he was doing an Onyx mix, and then the next day I heard that he died.
See?
It's so crazy, bro. And we lost K Slade just a couple years ago. He did a ton of records with K Slade.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, that's why it's this world, man.
Guru.
There's no time for no fun games, man. I mean, this is real life. You know what I mean? We up there as age. When you was 18, okay, he looked so far away from you. Yeah. But right here, we don't know how you gonna go. Yeah. You don't know.
You seem very healthy right now, by the way. Have you been putting in an effort, like physically? You look great.
I try my best. You know, I'm a diabetic, so I try my best to stay on point and things of that nature. But you know, you still got your little things there, like, you know what I mean? It could be, you might see nigga might be feeling messed up. You know what I mean? But at least I try to do, I'm learning every day. And I noticed one thing that, as a people that it's like, yo, this life is very short, bro. I mean, shorter than what you think. But I don't care if you reach 100. It's gonna go by so fast. But there was a jewel that I heard, it was like, yo, it's not even a fingernail compared to the eternity that at this world. Right. And somebody made some sense. It was like you're dead when you die. You'll be like your death is like you'll be dead more than you was alive.
Yeah.
By a billion times.
I'm like, yo, it's 100% right. Like, you know how many motherfuckers in that grave that just been there? Great ancestors and all that. When you go to the graveyard, it's just there. It's like my dad's just there. You know?
Yo, you're just there. My God, yo, they be there for like 100 years too.
I mean, my dad is in the grave, and then his brother is on top of him because it's a Puerto Rican bunk bed. Right, but that's the same grave. You said Puerto Rican bunk bed. Yeah.
Puerto Rican bunk bed. What, Alan?
But
money for the
to the day of judgment, You know, they could be there for fucking like 5,000 more years.
Yeah.
But that's why you gotta put your work in now. And we really need more to start educating just the world, man, people, so they can just see what you see. And at least your job is halfway done. You could have woke up this one, that one, that one. And that's how I be looking at life. Like,
Well, you know,
every day, bro.
you know, our good friend, our brother Shawnee Culture, who you met at Hop before, he had a jewel the other day. We were talking. His pops just passed, and then C passed, and he drove me home from the memorial, and he was telling me about his dad and C, and he said, "Here's the thing, I'm super sad about both, but in the case of both of them, he said I'm just sad for me,
Yeah.
but in the case of both his dad and Mr. C." He was like, they lived their life the way they wanted to. They did what they were supposed to do. Shawnee was saying,
See, for sure.
Shawney's dad was in his 80s. He had been a Black Panther. He was a union leader. He had like 10 kids. At first, he was a like Black nationalist. Then when he was older, he married a white woman, had biracial kids. He did mad different things. He lived a whole expansive life, right? And in the case of C he figured out what he was good at young. He contributed and he gave and gave and gave. And even though we would have loved to have had him for another 25, 30 years, he, in those 57 years, he did his fucking thing.
He did more in his 57 than a lot of people done more than that.
Bro, he reshaped with, you can really argue with that, you know, and I know he wouldn't take all the credit, certainly. Shouts to 50 grand. If he doesn't do what he does with Biggie, he literally changed music as we know it. The impact he had on Kane's record,
right?
You know, that affected hip hop as we know.
Yeah, like Kane was the rapper, so we look at like he was Kane's DJ. There was a group.
Yeah, but that was a crew,
right? It was a group. They owned all the music together. Like they was a group, but just Kane is the rapper, so that's who you hear more. Right. But C was the decision maker as much as Kane was.
And Kane was amazing at that memorial, bro. Yeah, bro. Kane was like a preacher.
Kane was the first one to speak. Killer.
Yo, man, I forgot to tell you, I called Busta the next day because Busta was amazing as well. And I called Busta and we had a really nice talk. You know, Busta, he just starts telling stories too. So he had to tell me all kinds of stories. And this is private, but I still want to share it because it's such a
name drop.
A tribute to who Busta is as a person.
Right.
When we're hanging up, Busta goes, "Yo, man," I was like, "I love you, man." He said, "I love you too." He said, "Yo, let's use this as an opportunity to nurture our friendship more, bro. Yeah. We don't do this enough. Like, let's think about what happened with C. He's like, anything you need, I got you. Like, he's such a beautiful man. Yo, Busta's the dude who's at everyone's thing and speaking at everyone's thing.
Right. That was tough.
Yo, Go, you here?
God forbid.
Yo, Go, you still here, man? Slim Jim in the building.
I pass away. Please speak at my day, Busta.
Safe. I got you.
Yeah, that shit. He made a speech that was. It was honest too. He said, "See, he goes, I'm mad at you. I'm being selfish right now. I know it's for everybody else. I'm mad at you for." He said, "I'm angry." He said, I wish you took care of yourself the way you take care of other people."
And he was looking right at. He was like, "I'm angry. Why didn't you go to the doctor? Yeah. Why are you stubborn?" But it was real feelings that everybody had, and he did it with love, and he did it with care, and it was amazing. Busta, by the way, also on your album.
Yo, speaking of hollering and giving props and flowers, man, while we here, man, we got to support each other. That's facts. Yo, Slim Jim in the building. Goat in the building. Slim Jim Longfoot is here live on IG drawing. Listen to y'all, check him out on IG. Always drawing, doing dope shit right now. This is the new book, Body Jumpers, Jelly Bean Dream. On the look at that on the artwork. This is out now. That's a dope Stankonia reference right there. Dreamcatcher. I don't know how much I should show of this because I don't want to, give it away for free. But let's see, give you some about the story. All right. Yeah, I don't want to spoil the comic itself, but there's a foreword right here by Patricia Lezane, aka Shiara. 3 years ago, I walked into an audition for a budding, talented, and new director who has crazy ideas for a new web series, a sci-fi series in Brooklyn, New York. You say, black female heroine? What? Are you serious? And what was my response? Sure, I'll do it. It was only going to be 10 episodes, he said, just one season, that's it. Never in my wildest dreams could I have imagined it was going to happen. 3 years later, Body Jumpers has a huge fan base. People from all over the world wait for our episodes to be completed and aired. People wear our t-shirts and buy our memorabilia. We have comic books. It's hard to believe that all this started in a Brooklyn apartment with a low budget and daring concept. I would personally like to thank all of our fans. Obviously, this would not be possible without you. I would also like to let all of you know that you are truly appreciated, not only by me, but us all, the director, Alex Fernandez, the producer, Giselle Fernandez, as well as of the wonderful and talented actors and actresses that work extremely hard to put out our best efforts to make sure that you are completely happy and excited every time you see a new episode. Thanks a bunch. We love y'all. Stay fighting, stay flying, stay soaring. Lots of love. P. Lizane, over and out. 2015. Yeah, just a quick zip through of some of the artwork. There's a couple different covers. Looks like spin-offs, maybe. Dreamcatcher, a story featuring Body Jumpers and Jelly Bean Dream. Indie Comics coming soon from UGI Studios. Yeah. I don't want to give it away, I'm just zipping through it, y'all. Cuz I don't want to give it away free, but yeah, Goat man, let them know in the chat where they can pick up or start getting the episodes, start getting the comic, get their digital joints. Salute Jelly Bean Dream. Savage Space Toast by Corley Manning. Sneak peek. In the beginning, there was one true creator who made all things, including other creators who were given special relics called the 13th. Wait, I think it says the 13th Gospels. These creators had eternal souls. They get reincarnated every 100 years. This is the tale of one who has come back. Savage Space Toast. We have located the soul carrier. Got the shoes on the power line. Definite hip hop vibes. Hip hop comics, y'all. Really dig the artwork here. And then Jelly Bean Dream. God damn, girl, I had the camel toe. But yeah, we can look at these pictures because these aren't comic pages. Jelly Bean Dream and Body Jumpers and Jelly Bean Dream. Jelly Bean Dream, Body Jumpers. Body Jumpers. Dope. Dream Catcher. So you got the Jelly Bean Dream cast and the Body Jumpers cast. Oh, that's dope, y'all. Got the blue pencils. Got the black inks. Epilogue, the year 2024. Lunora system. You know what's funny? Like back in the day when we was kids, and you saw the year 2024, you knew that shit was just gonna look like, you know, Total Recall or some shit, right? It was just gonna be just another world, boy, by 2024. Oh shit. But yeah, you can check them out on Instagram. I don't see it up here. Go let them know where they can find you. Oh, there it go. At GOAT1408. All socials. At GOAT1408. Then the homie Alex Fernandez at Instagram 10F Studios. Yeah. Get your dream catchers. I got mine. Dope story, y'all. Check it out.
Yeah.
Now back to our regularly syndicated program.
He's just one of those dudes he always picks up the phone, right?
Right, yeah, you do. Yeah. He's someone that you can
Not
call.
picking up for me.
No, yours is blocked. He mentioned that specifically. You were what's your guys' first record together? Is it on ELE? Is that your first record together?
Word.
When I think with us?
Yeah, because you and Ray are on ELE.
Right, we did, I think it was called The Heights, right?
Yeah, you guys did the Heights. That's already going back now, 2000 or whatever it was, 01, crazy, something like that.
Yeah,
But now you guys have done a whole mess of stuff together these days.
Right.
But yeah, man, I just wanted to give Bus the love.
No, I love Buster. I love Bus. You know what I mean? I'm glad.
No, I'm jumping all over the place, but like I said, we just chilling, man. Y'all hanging out with me today. We just having a Memorial Day chill day. My son got the grill out there with some shit on the grill. Yeah, I know y'all probably got some things barbecuing. But this is my man Ghostface's book. Oh man, you already know what it is. Slim Jim, you already know. Mike Hags, 77, salute. What's good? Peace. So I'm gonna play a snippet of Ghost's book for y'all. Rise of a Killer. My Life in the Wu-Tang by Ghostface. I ain't gonna give you too much because that's Ghostface's work, But here go a little sample. Actually, you know what's safe? I'll give you the free sample that they provide on Audible. If I can find it, because I already bought the damn book. So I bought the book, Ghost. I bought the book, but I ain't gonna give him nothing for free. Don't worry. See, can I find a sample? Damn, where the sample at? Shit, it ain't gonna be there because I paid for it. Damn.
I think it was. My mother used to always talk about that place. I lived there until I was 9 and 10. It was beautiful.
I fuck with audiobooks a lot.
Rise of a Killer by Ghostface Killah. Read by Landon Woodson. Chapter 1. All that I got is you. I was born in the projects in West Brighton. 7-8.
So this is Ghostface's autobiography. He's not reading the book. This is not Ghostface's voice, obviously.
Henderson. Apartment 7C, I think it was. My mother used to always talk about that place. I lived there until I was 9 or 10. It was beautiful there. Just about my whole family was there. My grandmother lived in 3C, right below us. My grandmother on my mother's side. So her mother lived downstairs on the 3rd floor. I was a good kid growing up.
So it's dope, just like Raekwon's book. Go starting right at the beginning, telling the life story from childhood.
Chapter 2. Poisonous Darts.
The chapters are named after songs. I love it.
Chapter 3. Apollo Kids. Chapter 4. Can it be all so simple? Chapter 5. Protect your neck. Chapter 6. Rainy Days. Chapter 7. Rise of the Iron Man. Chapter 8. 1.
Yo, some of these are my favorite. Some of my favorite Ghost joints, man. That's dope. Rainy Days and Mighty Healthy are my two favorite.
Chapter 9. Wu-Tang Forever. Chapter 10. Supreme Clientele. Chapter 11. Def Jam. Run. Chapter 12. Money Comes First. Chapter 13. Black Jesus. Chapter 14. Malcolm. Chapter 15. Triumph. We hope you've enjoyed this production of Rise of a Killer by Ghostface Killah. Read by Landon Woodson.
That's dope. Randomly, since Rainy Days is my favorite joint that he named, here go a snippet from chapter 6.
Chapter 6. Rainy Days. While we were putting down the tracks for Cuban Links, certain aspects of my mental state were coming to a head, so to speak. To this day, it's still something I have to deal with. None of that is ever going away. So I just have to live with it and deal with it the best I can. When I was in Ohio and I got shot and shit, I was smoking some weed. And I went to go lay down and try to take the high off. That's when I heard voices like something came across my head. Felt like a pool of water just splashing inside of my head while I was laying down. I don't even know if it was water. It was something that felt like it just dripped inside my head. I'm in the room alone. I don't know if it was a panic attack or something like that. Like, I couldn't even hold a cup of water. So I got up and just started doing some push-ups like, oh, please, please go along. Please, please get this off me. I kept hearing voices. I got you. I got you. I got you now. I got you now. But it was whispering. was always just whispering. So at first I just tried to ignore it. But when I woke up the next day, I didn't feel right. I didn't feel like myself. Like I just felt like I saw fuzziness everywhere I looked. Like back in the day when you got the channel 1, channel 3, it was like all fuzziness. Like that's how my sight and everything was. And even when I looked in the mirror, my face looked kind of strange.
I can't wait. I can't wait. I can't wait to read this shit, dog. Yo, I can't wait to read this shit, dog. He goes super deep in this motherfucker. Yeah. Yeah. Definitely gonna be listening to that in a minute.
Shout out to Busta. He got me, you know what I mean, asking to give me the verse, a verse on this subject. You know, when I write record that Wiz says Busta sound crazy on this, you just give it to him, you know what I mean? And he went so hard, wait. Busta came through in the 9th minute and did what he did to it, murdered it. Like he made it complete. So, you know what I mean? But he's one of those guys, though.
Yeah. He's so special. I was so glad he had that BET Awards moment when they gave him his flowers for all of us to celebrate.
Yeah.
It was so.
The Vegas show, bro. I mean, I missed the
You missed Hip Hop 50.
No, I missed Hip Hop 50, but I missed the New York State of Mind tour.
Right.
You and Nas.
Yeah.
You can watch it now on Amazon Prime, by the way. It's
I saw when it came out, and I was like, oh, this is me all day. I gotta go to this, and I never went, and I regretted it. I really regret. I'm like, what the? I have to talk with myself.
No, we talked about it,
and I do so much comedy shit now.
Right.
I'm like, how did you not fucking go to this show?
Right.
You fucked up, and then you did the Vegas shit, and I booked it right away. I didn't ask nobody for tickets. I bought tickets.
Right.
I got great seats, and that show was fucking amazing, bro.
Bro, I would kill. I would love to see Wu in Vegas, dog. The Wu Vegas show? Are you kidding? First of all, if you've never seen the Wu live, it's already a spectacle, right? It's already an event. Because they don't just come out. They fuck with you. They fuck with you every time. I've seen them. I've seen a couple shows. They fuck with you every time. They don't just all come out and the group is there and they do the show. Two of them will come out, right? Just RZA, right? And like Master Killa will come out. And then they'll go away. And then RZA will come back and then like Meth will come with him. Nah, not even Meth yet. They don't bring Meth yet. Hold on. They don't bring Meth yet. Then Deck will come out, you know, and then they'll go back. And then maybe Capadonna and Ray will come out and Ghost will come out and it'll be crazy. And then they'll go back and then they'll come out like RZA and like a couple, like just who's ever on the track is going to come out. So you don't know who's going to be there. You have no idea who's going to show up. And they do that shit on purpose. When Meth comes out, it's a whole different show. When Meth comes out, every time when Meth comes out, the audience goes bananas. The women literally lose their fucking minds. I'm telling you, this one broad was next to me, broke damn near just like went out of her mind, bro. Like just and just every time. Then you know, Meth will do a joint and you'd be like, yo, is Red gonna come out? Red will come out, Red Man come out, it's crazy, everyone goes bananas. But it's like, and you know, like I never seen Dirty. Dirty was never at none of the shows that I was at, that I saw. I never got to see Dirty. At one point, like they, you know, RZA mentioned them one time and people went nuts, but he didn't come out. But RZA's throwing blunts back and forth, like people throwing blunts up on the stage, like it's crazy, bro. But that's just a regular show. Imagine in Vegas where the shit is like major production value, right? There's a whole production, you know what I'm saying? I imagine fucking killer bees swarming out, like fucking the Wu-Tang sign coming out hella huge, dog. Yeah, it's got to be insane, man. It's got to be crazy. That would be. I would love to see that, man. As many, I would trade all the Wu shows I've seen to see one of those. Except for the one where I met the Wu, that obviously, but that's not a show.
Energy in there, the amount of Wu. How much money do you think Wu-Tang has lost on bootleg shirts and hoodies? Millions, bro, like millions.
Oh no, millions and
Hundreds of millions.
as much as anybody.
Everybody, dude, girl, everybody came in with Wu everything. A hoodie, a bandana, something. But the way I put that shit together, because you added, I'm assuming, I talked to Danny, what's up, the guy, the photographer, Pacey. Yeah, I talked to him after the show. I didn't realize he was like the creative director. The way
I got a bunch of Wu-Tang hoodies, Wu-Tang jackets, jean jackets, leather jacket, all the shit that I made. You know what I'm saying? So just that shit alone. Ghost said that shit one time. He's like a dude came up with this dope leather jacket with Wu-Tang. He was like, I was like, yo, where the fuck did you get that? And the dude was like, I made the shit. And yeah, like motherfuckers be really having their own Wu-Tang gear.
Added the Vegas element to it, right? It's a hip hop show, but I see you put the showmanship to it, and it was fucking insane. I just needed,
my God,
3 more Ghost songs.
Damn.
Or Ray and Ghost.
What were you missing?
I needed to, and then let me tell you something. I went for 3 days. You know, Jodeci had a Vegas thing. Okay. So Jodeci has a little residency at House of Blues. So I went to that 2 nights before, and I was like,
you know what he was waiting for?
Son,
Hey, yo, go put that on my glass
I'm
table.
like, they in town. They gotta be in town rehearsing. Word. I was like, see, y'all never came out, but then, but it was and then. So first of all, y'all come out, and I was trying to guess what's the first song. I got it right. Right. There was something before the first song, like some music shit. Yeah. But Bring the Ruckus is the one to walk out.
So Ghost is the first voice on the whole show.
I mean, there's one thing before, like I it was some RZA
Ghostface
musical shit. Yeah, the real
It's about to set a tone to it.
Yeah, but the first move, and then I mean, I'm standing up, I'm singing every word, I'm going crazy, and then Meth does Rockwaller, bro. The energy in the room, you could feel it. Right? Everybody was like, "It's Red coming out." Like you can feel it, like shit. Right. Red Man was out, bro. And that place erupted because you're happy to see Wu, but then like it's like a surprise, like a Wu, because Red is Wu, you know, the cousin of Wu, right? Wu too. Yes, bro. He comes out and the place erupted because they were like, "See, come in," like you can hear the.
And in retrospect, what were you thinking? Of course he's fucking.
No, but like you're like, nah, maybe he's not gonna come because all the Wu is here, and it's probably expensive for all of them to be here at one place. Maybe he's not coming. Maybe
bro, Red is Wu now.
And then he walks out in the place like, I was in the back. Yeah, because they falls back because Meth kind of has like a little solo part.
Yeah, I went in the back to try to change up a little bit. You know what I mean? Switch up the outfits.
Yeah.
Meth got his own little solo part.
I heard that wrong when he was doing that shit. Like, oh.
And by the way, because tell me, am I wrong, or was your Hip Hop 50 Yankee Stadium set one of the best big Wu sets I've ever seen? Am I wilding for that? Like, I thought it was. I thought what Scram put together, it was like it just hit perfect. As a fan out there, I was in the crowd.
Because we did that, we put that together.
You and Scram.
Me and Scram. Because I'm like,
all New York. It felt like all New York joints.
Because what happened was they gave me 12 minutes. 12 minutes. And I was wanting to get like 15, but he's like, yo, we met, they tried to give me 10 minutes. And then they went on, I tried to get 15. He's like, I have 12 for you. Shit. So we had to do whatever in 12 minutes.
Yeah.
And okay, this is what it is. It was really work. Get a couple of records ramming in, whatever. Yo, okay, first thing you're trying to get your order right to see what's gonna come and just kill.
Yeah.
Everything you heard was the shit that we done went through. Protect a little bit of protection again. I just cut off like that.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden it was like he had this shit in his body with the cheers and all that. Everybody know.
Oh, the cheers, yes.
All that shit.
Which
Yo.
worry for a second that playing the Cheers theme song for a fucking minute was a waste of time?
You. It
No.
was raining off.
Let me tell you something. You know where I got that from? Biz Markie.
Oh, that is so big.
Biz Markie. I saw Biz do it somewhere. I was watching on TV.
Or it's a TV show.
Biz did that shit, and the whole shit just went crazy.
Yeah.
And I was like, yo, 50,000 people like just singing that?
Yes.
What? Yeah, that's it. But that goes in there, this and then all this, we chopped it down. Jodeci, a little bit of Jodeci, a little bit of the watch and all that other shit. And and we squeezed it in. We knew we went through the whole timing. Okay, yo, we got to that time. All right, that's good for what's that? No, it's only 6 minutes. Damn. Okay, so what are we gonna do? All right, yo, what we could? I don't want to play the regular special delivery. Give me a different beat. You know what I mean?
Oh, what was the flip? What was the flip again for special delivery?
Shit. I don't know that shit. Bring the box too. Some shit.
Yo, it was so.
He did some shit.
It was just weird. I'm so why where you was at? There you go. That shit was like I wanted to mash everybody out that got on that stage that night and just mash them all out.
It was. I'm not just saying this because you're here. That was my big takeaway. Ghostface. By the way, Ghost.
Yo, that's dope how whatever he play on his phone go right to the speakers and the shit come up on the video. I wanna get that. Yeah, we're gonna do that.
Ghost, just for the record. I forgot.
That's it, slick.
I told this to you. Ghost wore a fucking Red Sox hat to Yankee Stadium for Hip Hop 50, bro.
Damn. Damn wrong. I had the red Yankee. I had a red Yankee in the car just in case. You know what I mean? I didn't think about.
Oh man.
Yankee Stadium. Put the Yankees on. By the way, it was just a red hat, a red, and white. Yeah. So your shit was all just color. Yeah. The outfit. Go, yo, listen. Somebody,
He just wearing it for the fit.
We did that on purpose. I said what? He said that. I said no. What you talking about?
Well, of course, Static said it because he's a Red Sox fan. He was happy.
I'm taking a picture with Cheetah. Y'all gonna take a picture. I mean, Betty Compton, they take a picture with Cheetah. Did Cheetah catch that shit? And fucked around and just. You know you got Yankees.
He caught it later.
It was like, oh, Cheetah, I took the picture with him and now Yankees fan.
I don't want to make you feel bad. It was me, Laura, whatever. We just stood in front of the stage for the set. Just like, I'm looking behind me. I'm like, there's 50,000. Andy came on right when it got to be nighttime. Right. So it was really picking up as a, because some legends, got stuck with sets that were just early. I mean, Common was on, it was bright as shit, middle of the day.
Damn.
And then hip hop legend that Common is, he came and stood in the crowd and watched the entire show for the next 6 hours. Never moved.
Damn right.
Oh, then you brought up Deck.
Yeah, that was get a number. You know what I mean? Fall to cat.
Walk ahead.
And by the way, Method Man got the memo. So if he wore the Yankees jersey and hat, he got the memo.
I balled out. I ain't
And Meth got his little roar.
I did Yankee Stadium.
It was perfectly you in some way too, in the sense that you don't give a fuck, bro. That's to me as a fan, it worked because I'm like, Ghost is so Ghost that he's not even paying attention to today's Yankee Stadium. He's just trying to rock a show.
That's
It's just the outfit.
Go with the thing. I know that. I know what's it. You know, just go with the tag, go with the thing. That was it. But I did it right there.
Oh, here we go.
Yo.
First. You used to make the music as the beat before you went to the. But listen.
Yo. That's that. Ooh. Just got me want to clack back to Lex. Follow my socks and rugbies. Gucci. Bill. G-Pack. Drops it. Help me to box it. Dog.
Like you see how that? Good, because that was the cream of the pastry. Yeah, so it's all piano.
Go. 50,000 people screaming. What? And then in the cream, and then in the ice cream, piano, just a piano.
Yeah, I'm playing one. You got a DJ mind. Yeah, when you put shit together, you got a DJ mind. Yeah. That shit connect. You connect shit. She was calculated right.
Yes. Yes.
This much seconds of that. What beat need to go here? What is it? What you want to do? And she was like, we went through records.
Mm.
Yo, that's how that's. But it's catered to the event. Nah, this New York. This hip hop. Give us 12 minutes. Yeah. We had 15, 20 minutes. Like, yo, we came out like crazy.
Ghost, we appreciate you.
Yo, I love y'all, bro. Thank you
Love
so
you too,
much,
man.
God bless.
Ghostface Killah, set the tone.
Set the tone. Tomorrow, May 9th. I mean, on Thursday. What is no
That doesn't matter.
Yeah.
It's out. It's out. You find it.
It's out. Let's go get it, baby. Assalamu alaikum. Yeah.
Yo. Yeah. Yo, man, thank y'all for kicking it, man. It's Memorial Day, man. Go chill with your families. That's our show, man. We're going to come back Wednesday. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Leave a comment, like, all that good stuff. We'll see you then. Peace.